This is esports. You think esports? This is FTC.
All right, what's up, everybody? Callisto here. Another Shoujou Senshi Senjyou online. This is the weekly Midwestern Granblue Fantasy Versus tournament on PC. We're trying to get one more weekend of grinding in before Arc Revo Midwest next week. So we've assembled most of the crew. Joining me today, going to be my good buddy, St. Cola. How's it going, bud? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, you know, getting ready for Arc Revo. Can't wait for that next week, Midwest style. And like you said, this is a little preview of that.
Yeah, and we're, a little over a week into the Season 2 patch, the version 2.0, 2.01, I'm sorry. I wonder what went wrong with that. What did they have to fix, right? Something was blown up. But we're going to have people, a little more familiar with what their characters can or cannot do. We'll probably see some Belial out of some people. We are noticeably, last week we had all these nerfs and buffs and everything, but Grand Finals was still Kilo on Grand against Marvin Pie on Fairy. As it is every week. it feels like, right? Like, it's not actually like that every week, but it definitely feels like it sometimes. Kilo can't make it today. So I feel like he's trying to stay off camera. He's trying to hide the fact that Gran is still busted. He doesn't want, that emergency patch coming in. Like, oh shit, we accidentally made Gran's EX Fireball +7 and nobody else's. Whoops, our bad.
Whoopsie.
Maybe he's, ducking. But no, actually, he had some stuff going on. So, Marvin Pie is in the bracket. Of course, he's got to be considered, the early favorite. However, we do have T-Bola, who doesn't normally enter the brackets. He's usually kind of cheering from the side, sidelines, trying to have us, he likes to see us all play well against each other, but he doesn't jump in the actual brackets a lot. Today, he's in there. We might be seeing a little bit of the new Beelzebub. Of course, he's playing Charlotta, Belial, anyone else who's very broken that you can think of. He loves them.
Lil Wayne?
Yes.
You forget about that.
Don't talk to me about Lil Wayne. I don't want to talk about that matchup right now. Mars has been doing really well in the last few weeks. He's in the bracket. Heroic Legacy has not entered a lot of tournaments recently. I'm assuming he's going to play Belial. I think he's just, back for the week, seeing if he likes the feel of them. So we'll see that. Maybe we'll get the new... Rogue vs. Callisto in Losers, the no longer the cat mirror.
It's a new part of the arc.
Yeah.
I mean, he's changing it up.
I ran Cheetah most of last week, but I do think after playing it through, I want to point out that I've been consistent about my messaging, right? I never said Cat was weak. I said two things. I said she was significantly less fun, and I will hold to that at all the time. And I'll say that she was significantly harder nerfed than Gran and Jita, and I will hold to that. More so Gran. Jita also got clapped up a little bit, but Gran got nothing. Gran failed up, nerfed from top 3 to maybe top 2. We'll see how it goes.
He's the Akuma of this game. Like,
for sure.
You nerf him, it doesn't matter.
It's hard to keep him down, yeah. All right, so we're getting up to our first match. We're going to have Blooming Lotus, aka Royal Heart. I believe he's playing Belial up against Super Saiyan Kid, most likely still on Percival. I think most Percival mains are like, yeah, he lost some stuff, but he still plays like Percival, and I think they're okay with it.
Yeah, his pacing is a lot slower, but it's still strong. Like, when you find those hits, you're still gonna make them hurt, right? And he still has some different setups. They're just a little more, just harder to pull off, right? Like, I was watching Monkey Business out there, who's a Percy main, find some new routes, and at first he was like, man, this character sucks now. But now he's like, you know what? It's not so bad. I just have to adjust myself.
I think several characters do things that they already did, just for less reward. I think that's pretty consistent across the patch for a lot of characters. So, all right. So yeah, as predicted, gonna be Belial coming up against Percival
with the sickest theme song. It was all about Beelzebub before, but now it's all about the Paradise Lost.
I don't know. I'm still an Existence fan. I'm also still very big on both Charlotta and Fairy themes.
As long as you're not a Lil Wayne fan when it comes to theme. That theme is garbage.
No, Lil Wayne theme, actually sets off some alarms in my brain. I can't do it.
I'm really curious to see like how this matchup plays out because I haven't seen it too much. You know, a lot of person mains have kind of been off and on with this character, and Bell's one of those new characters that I like watching things play out week after week because people are coming up with new strategies against him that far H doesn't reach.
So I've actually played against Belial a lot so far because a lot of my friends are playing it. Something I've noticed is that to even exist in the same match as Belial, you need giant buttons. I think Catalina actually matches up. I'm not going to say it's favorable for her, but she can fight him. She can fight him fine. But I think that floor is you need Catalina or Percival or Zeta buttons. You need big old buttons that cover large portions of the screen, or else he just gets to throw out 5H from anywhere. It almost never whiffs. Even if it does, it has very little recovery. And you can see the mid-screen conversion into full animation, because why not?
That's ridiculous. I mean, honestly, his mid screen's like, to me, it's like okay, but like when he's in close, when he's in that like H range, like far H range, like right where you can get the tip at it, at that. That's where he's super strong. You play around that 2M range as well too. Nice weight. He knows. He knew about that one.
Is that he can basically now Blooming Lotus. He doesn't like playing like that. He likes doing interesting stuff. He likes doing cool stuff. He doesn't want to listen to me say that you could just do 5H, EX Spinaroonie, and then do sweep into 214H, and you can run that as a block string, and that's all a true block string. And if they try to move, they get hit by the sweep, and if not, it's all safe and it's all a true block string. And you could just do that times 100, right? That's how I play this character. If I pick up this character, I'm playing him lame safe because everything is safe. I'm not doing anything fancy.
Right, you stick to the good buttons, you stick to the 2M, the L's, and you're good to go. And the fireballs as well, and
the
then you just walk your way in there.
That's a low with 10 recovery frames. Genuinely wild. Genuinely a wild button. Ooh, there's a big 5H though, and that's what I'm talking about. You have to have those giant buttons to contest, but if you do have them, you can fight Belial. Ooh, that's a counter hit, Forces crouching.
Pick up right here.
If that second hit counter hits, you can actually just press far 5H again. Ooh, that was cool. Gets the 2H.
Like the anti-airs, but on the ground. Blooming Lotus.
Ooh, stuffed it before it became active. And he does have, you know, the same fireball rules as everyone else, where if he gets counter hit before the projectile becomes active, it goes away. All right, that's 0 on block.
In there. Yeah, command grab, sweep, super.
I like this idea to cash out damage because he has 3 stocks, right? Like, he has the stocks that he needs to finish this round. This is going to be a good combo, though. One more juggle into super.
Super?
Yeah, a lot of scaling. I don't think he's dead here.
Man, I will quit this game if he is dead. That would be way too much. Thank God. He's still alive. Gut scaling kicked in.
And of course, to cherry on top, why would this character not have a command grab where the startup looks exactly the same as his parry? I actually find it interesting that Belial players pretty consistently are going for the EX command grab, because visually, if you do like an M command grab, there's no difference between the startup of that and the startup of his parry, which conditions you to not push buttons, right? Like, very powerful. Both of those are like significantly slower than the EX, right? What
in the hell is he doing? Super Saiyan Kid just went for the switch. My man said, "Listen, I'm tired of working hard."
Oh wow, he went
the easy day.
He not only changed the Belial evil, but Vern Visor Belial, right? He did 2 evils. Maybe they can make a good. I don't know how math works on that.
Still getting worked in the corner though.
I'm gonna give SSK credit. That black and yellow is actually fire. that is a pretty good color.
You know, I have seen a lot of person mains kind of switch over to this character. You know, maybe like they feel like that rush zone that they wanted before, it's in this character. You don't have the ranged buttons, obviously, but that corner or that like, you know, close up pressure, it's all there.
Oh, a little
no stocks necessary.
Early on the 2H. Maybe that was a special.
That is one thing about this character. Like, his anti-airs are okay. Like the 2H. Like, isn't the best. Also, DP is kind of hitting at a weird angle.
Yeah,
they're okay, right?
I think
they're
not bad, but they're okay. Most buttons, which is good. There should be something he has that is not the best in the game, right? Like thing. A nice micro arc into the throw, close the gap. Woo! Oh no, put himself back in the corner. Combo. That's safe though. Good patience. Ooh, good challenge.
Interrupt.
Yeah, and that's one of the dangers. You can preserve your options by not using the EX fireball, but if you do, there's a giant gap that can be mashed out of. That should... Oh, no, he dropped.
Oh, drop the combo.
Yeah, big punish.
Wick up with it.
It's going to be pretty good damage. I think that Blooming Lotus is still going to have a very slight life lead after this, but it's going to get SSK out of the corner. He just walks.
That's what he wanted.
Nice spin
Careful now,
room.
either person.
Chip evens it up. Oh, there's the parry.
Oh, the parry.
And maybe that was a cross up. You got to guard button that to be sure. Pretty good mix on the JU for not being a high. Good stuff, though. We're seeing some new stuff out of these players.
Gotta give him some fat credit on that one, because like, you know, that bell was looking pretty decent. That was not a bad bell. You know, people can say what they want about this character and how quote unquote people get stronger when they pick up this character as an insult, but he had some decent ideas. And
I don't know what you're talking
about. Good secondary.
I don't think anyone in this room has been yelling about how Belial is a backpack. Certainly not me.
Hey, all I'm going to say is I've been looking at that character too, so that's probably a bad sign for the character.
Yeah,
anyway,
for
moving
sure.
on the bracket. Is that Cola switching? Ooh.
So up next, we're going to have two of our Midwestern friends, even though this is, you know, sort of a Chicago local because it's online, it is open to the entire Midwest. And we're going to have Nickel, newly joining us, coming from Michigan up against Velvet, who I think is from Indiana. Don't quote me on that. And we're going to have a Narmaya. Yo, PC, is this one of the PC lobby Narms?
Oh, man, the rare ones?
Yeah, Nickel.
I mean, okay, so Narm is a character that, to me, like, has been so back and forth. I can't really gauge on, like, how good this character is, because a lot of people are like, half the Narm community is like, this character sucks now, she's not that good. And the other like, oh, she's great now, she's gotten even more strong, or she's got stronger. Because, like, the nerfs and buffs are, like, half and half. And I feel like she's one of those characters that needs more time to kind of suss out if she's gotten better or not.
I'm going to be honest that I think, myself included, people who do not main Narmaya were not in a good position to understand her patch notes.
Right.
Like I think that she was pretty good beforehand, but I also think she's one of those characters where like people like playing her for aesthetic reasons. She's the samurai with giant boobies, and that's kind of cool. And I think a lot of the people you're going to run into maybe don't have like the tech, right? Like they're not going to hit you with optimal stuff all the time. They just want to play a big booby samurai.
I mean, this is how it be sometimes. If that's what gets you into the character, like, you know, you hold that. 2M confirmed, gets a pickup, the chokehold.
Nice. Slashing through the fireballs, good use. That's similar to a roll, I believe, where it just kind of lowers her hurt box and can go through some mids. Oh, big sweep, yeah. DP's out.
That's
good
off the
block,
table. Good block.
SSBA.
Didn't block the rest of it, though.
This is going to be real close. Going to get the animation. I believe he's dead.
Boom.
Right. Round one going to Nickel. Pretty close one.
Yeah, if I'm Velvet, I'm holding on that block button the entire time. Like, especially against this character for the cross-ups and stuff like that, even if it's mid-screen. Like, you see them go up in the air for the crossing moon, you hold that block button.
You know what I find that gets me the most against Narmaya is that I'll hold the guard button, but I'll forget to not also hit down back or to change sides.
Yeah.
So I accidentally spot dodge a roll, and then I get smashed for doing that. I like this corner control from Nickel here, just staying at the edge of the normals, looking for a whip punish. There's good jump, gonna be able to reestablish pressure. Small three-piece.
Just going for the cancels. Just as you said, you know, going for the cancel with the fireball with the throw, though.
Got hit with the Blaze Blue, but no big punish for it.
Pushes out the sword.
Didn't.
Oh, just so far out for those throws. If I'm Velvet, I'm looking at that like all damn day. Like, you are not in distance for it.
That medium, that 2M for her is +1 on block when she's in sorted out stance. However, because it's medium and it has a little bit more pushback than a light, you do have to you got to get that micro dash in if you want to make that throw make contact. Nice adjustments there by Nickel.
Trying to whip punish the heavy. Gonna happen here. In that space.
All right, ran into a slash.
Okay, corner. This is where you want to play.
That should be, yeah, good weight, good punish. Nickel gonna take game one. And Belial, one of those,
super strong.
He's one of those characters where, you know, has such a full toolbox that sometimes you reach in it and you're like, is this the thing that I need? Is this what I want to pull out? You know, it's strong in some situations, but maybe not the right one for that one.
I think that's also one of the things that maybe doesn't make him weaker, but makes him a little bit different to play, right? That's why we're already seeing the switch to Jita's, because you have to know about how to use all these tools. He's pretty new, so you have all these great tools, but using them in tandem, we saw a lot of whiff 2Ms and not a lot of confirms. So maybe the old standby, maybe this is what Velvet had used before. Is the Jita. Let's see if this pick is better off.
Yeah, and Jita did receive some normalizations, we'll call them. She is a little bit weaker than she was, notably in that her Rekkas. The EX Rekka is now -6 on the first and second reps, so it's always punishable if you have a long enough far L. But for Narmaya in particular, she might have too stubby of Ls to actually reach that. Nice dodge and the whiff punish. Good start for Velvet here. Nickel not holding the pressure, though. DPing out.
Yeah, that's one thing Nickel will definitely do. We've seen a lot of wake-up DPs immediately off the grip. Neutral jump with using the unique right there.
And you notice that there's a big reduction in corner carry for Jita on those Rekkas, which on paper seems like a nerf, right? Because the corner's so strong. However, she's right on top of you. She gets mid-screen Oki off of any touch now. And nice. Caging in the corner, finds the counter hit M, and Delight Rekka going to close out the round.
We didn't see it that round, but there is the ability to get the counter hit 5U to get that corner push that you wanted before.
Oh yeah,
that's got to be a little on point with that.
Got similar to Gran's, right? It doesn't have like the sway back, but now on counter hit, it'll give a confirm, uncharged, even mid-screen. Nice weight, gonna get a big punish here. Missed the 2H, there is more recovery on that move now. You gotta delay your timing a bit more than you used to. Definitely an adjustment. When you're trying to play a new character at the same time too, it's a bigger adjustment.
These double run-ups, like just getting the throw game going on this time, trying to bait something. Didn't happen. Looking for that final confirm. EX on the other side. Fireball pickup, just waits.
I like the recognition of that spacing by Nickel. Like that, if he would have gone for max damage on that combo, he's a little bit far out. It might not have worked. Didn't get the counter hit air-to-air pickup, but still a good position. Both players got to be careful here. Went for the cross-up. Get that life near so even, times. No anti-air, was looking for the moon.
Either person.
Nice.
Find a second firm, and there it is. RH right in the Rekkas.
And something really important for Velvet is that he was looking for a proper hit confirm and not just swinging and buffering, right? Because all of the Rekkas now, the medium is not a block string. It never was. Like, you could just spot dodge it, but now EX and Light are both punishable at that range, so good recognition. Gonna get a jump in here to start.
And you see, like, that's the benefit of having the Rekka, like, when you're right on top of them, already in the corner, right up close, being able to keep that pressure on. 2M, no cancel. EX go on the other side. You get the pickup.
That wasn't even
backing off that max range.
I think that was actually a combo from the counter hit medium. Nice roll. Gonna catch him off guard.
It wasn't a counter hit, so EXDP able to come out.
Yet the recovery is a little bit larger. Oh, that's going to be the rounds. Nice, easy combo. If you roll the gap of an EX Fireball, Jita and Catalina are both -5 now. Gran is, of course, -4 because he's Gran. But if you do not get in range for the close 5L punish, you are still going to have an advantage if you roll like a 2M and EX Fireball. Oh, he waited on the DP, but the DP was also slightly delayed, it looked like.
Nickel, switching up the options here, and you got to do that right now. This is match point Velvet.
Oh, no, I don't know if that was an input error. He went into the parry.
We landed the punish, but Nickel fighting their way out. Like the turn.
Good pressure by Velvet here. Just ran up, took his turn. It's a pretty dangerous situation. And, I don't even mind that just straight swinging from Velvet, because at this point, anything that hits is probably the win.
Overhead, mid-range there.
Again.
An input error.
Yeah, slight bit of a miss on the dash. Going to be safe here. Oh, wow, that's actually punishable now. That's a different situation. Velvet kind of taking a big swing here. Pretty good situation for him, though, and EX Fireball going to close it out. Close match, but Velvet moving on the winner's side, 2-1.
You can definitely see Velvet was way more familiar with this character than, Bell. And that's part of Bell just being new, but also being able to play that aggression game definitely worked out in, Velvet's favor. Being up in front of that face, that max range age, perfect.
All right, so up next, I'm going to have my good buddy, Heroic Legacy, coming through. Probably
-6.
on Belial. Definitely someone who I've played 10 million matches with across several games, and not someone who I would care to fight when it's a brand new DLC character. Speaking of brand new characters, oh no, actually he's going with Soris. He played Soris a good amount when he came out. I thought he was here to see what Belial could do, but it turns out maybe he's here for the Soris buffs, because this character got tuned up pretty good.
You know, I am seeing some people, maybe not Soris players themselves, be like, well, he got tuned up, but everyone got tuned up in their own way, and it's still difficult for him to run his game plan. It's just more consistent.
Yeah.
However, I still think he's super strong. I still think him being able to have the extensions that he has, the corner carry off the EX kick, and things like that make him super strong, and I think those changes are enough to make him better off in the tier list, whatever that may be right now.
I think he's very good. I also think Zeta is, in this version, a very good character. She received a slight nerf to her set play, but I think that everyone else was kind of calmed down to be in line with her in neutral. Like, I think her neutral buttons, the Zeta players are going to tell you that they're slow, but they have like no fucking recovery on anything. She has significantly less recovery on normals than almost every character. Nice use of the parry.
Don't ever listen to
Yeah, don't listen to Zeta players.
Just don't do it. They'll tell you the character is weak, but this character still has grindy stuff. Even though those mixes were gone, I mean, she can still land some things off the EX thrust. She still has some things a little more situational, but still land. And see the EX thrust?
Yeah.
Max range interrupting the dash punch.
EX thrust is a big ol' hitbox. That thing will crush a lot of normals. All right, Hero fishing for the up kicks. That's going to be a confirm into super. This thing always combos pretty much. Like, doesn't matter how far. Good use of the 5
that max spacing.
I really like that 5U as a block string ender. Very good move. All right, bails out.
Trying to bait it out.
Oh,
nice
had
block,
the
no punish,
but
oh man, see,
yeah, that could have
like
been
that
a
we gotta
super into
capitalize.
death, but
because I mean, this matchup, you're already fighting to gain that space. You're already fighting against these long buttons to try to get in. We've seen so many preemptive buttons beat him out, and now the 2H gets the EX pick up all the way to the corner. Overhead connects. That's a counter hit too.
good positioning here. Nice roll. Gonna get out of the corner. Still got hit for it, but better positioning now. All right, these counter hits are adding up.
Look at the push too up these hits over the corner. Let me get the difference.
There's a big counter hit. Gonna get a combo here. What's he gonna spend? Oh, looking for the launch punish there. All right, went for the anti-air a little bit late. And EX thrust, gonna seal it. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that. And it's such a hard move to combat because, I mean, you have to... It feels like pre-patch Fairy's EX whip in that if you try to, like, micro dash forward or take a forward step in the middle of pressure, sometimes you just walk into it.
I mean, even in this matchup, just watching it, like, you're trying to come in as Soris, and the EX thrust prevents you from starting your game plan. Those long buttons prevent you from starting your game plan. It's you having to make up the difference to get in, and it's really difficult. And then the parry could potentially set you back to mid-screen or further.
And I sort of like how Hero's approaching this, making use of Sorisi's. He can stand outside of far normal ranges and then approach with an attack, which is good. It's just if EX thrust is up, ooh, that's a punish, sick. If EX thrust is up, then that just sort of blows up, anything you throw out in that space.
And then in the middle of all this, you got the fireball pressure that can also come. And see the space and the unique just pushes you back
That's
out.
A
There's
punish.
so many tools.
Yep.
There we go. He's in there. You gotta make it happen. You gotta make it count right here. 2M. Or I'm sorry, 5M.
Oh,
thrust lands.
Big risk there from Rogue, but it gets him out of the corner, and EX thrust putting in work again. Second reach.
Finally gets that confirmed.
Yeah, a little too far.
Doesn't.
Great whiff punish, but too far for super.
Mars is just, I can feel the pain, the tears from here. Match point Rogue.
And I'm honestly not sure.
Spot dodge.
He could have maybe done EX rush punch, but I'm not sure if anything else would have comboed at that range.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, caught him trying to anti-air again.
Creases the shoes. Yeah, you see now Hero just trying to, rotate some of these options here. It might be a little bit too late. Trying to find his way in. The EX thrust just comes out. You can't advance. Unique for the pushback. Gets hit, but no big deal. You see him just back walk. He's like, cool, I'll wait till my EX thrust comes back. I'm cool with just playing this distance. I also have the fireball you have to worry about.
Let go of the 5U just a little early. That's going to be a punish, yeah. Big danger here for Heroes. Chip's starting to become an issue.
One more hit, try to catch him. We out of there.
Yeah.
And the fireball comes through in the end. Rogue taking the 2-0. And you saw the difficulty, how hard it was to get in and get things going. Obviously, a few drops here and there from Heroic, but you know, it's just so difficult to actually get your game plan going when there's just, you're trying to punch, but there's just a wall of spears everywhere. And
I think fighting her in general is really hard now because, you know, she has all these safe options, and then once you knock her down, parries are weird because you can't approach them the same as a DP, right? You can't just safe jump it and get out for free. You have to, you know, risk a throw, except she knows you have to risk a throw, so now wake up overhead becomes an option, or, you know, you delay to see what she does, and now wake up buttons become an option, and just doors open just kind of by the existence of her type of reversal. So up next, we're going to have T-Bola up against Blooming Lotus. Interested to see who T-Bola plays here. You know, traditionally, he's just kind of hang out in the lobbies, bullying people, having them, you know, say mean things about him playing Lil Wayne. But he does play a lot of characters, and he plays a lot of them very competently, including this Beelzebub, which gives me fits personally. Now, I will say I thought the Beelzebub matchup was terrible for Catalina pre-patch. Like, since he came out, not even pre-patch. Since he launched, I've hated that matchup.
And now look at it.
Oh,
I do think that, you know...
sorry, shout outs to Stack Bradford for coming through with the raid. Congrats to him again. 5th place at NLBC this week. Had a really good run.
Proving that Akuma, you know, maybe not top one, according to Twitter.
I'm sorry,
but,
it might have been 7th, but it was still very good. He still had a very good run. All right,
Thank you everybody for coming through.
Nice, good punish on the fireball.
See, as Beelzebub, you have ways to deal with that, but you have to have that labbed out.
Yeah,
see if he has something.
I think he has one of the best anti-fireball games just with that 5U in general, but you have to know the spacing where it's going to work, right? Because if you do it and it's too far to actually punish, you're just going to get DP'd. Back throw into the corner. Good positioning here, finds the JU.
The X fireball,
hard
sweep.
Knockdown, nice combo. Finds the grab, another hard knockdown here. And run up command grab, that's going to be the round.
I honestly think that this is one of those characters. When we're hit with a 2H though, locking him down. Those far-reaching normals, the projectiles, the teleport also gets a lot of good call-outs. Everything can work out for this character, I think, in this matchup, at least from what I've played.
Big jump in it, and 5U is not his only good anti-fireball tool. I believe that's 5H. That thing makes contact from mad far away. Running the JU
Karma can
set
mess up
play.
fireballs too. The DP.
Oh yeah, that's
and
real off a hard knockdown now. Off a soft
that teleport being super strong.
Yeah, off a soft knockdown, if you tech in place, you don't punish the teleport anymore, but you're still at frame advantage, where if you back tech, Beelzebub gets real Loki.
Heavy, super. Not gonna kill, but that's a lot of damage. You're stuck in the corner, and you see all those cartridges coming back. Spot dodge.
That's a big counter hit. EX Karma is one of those kind of like wind neutral tools, but got stuff for it. And T-Bola putting up game one. You know what the worst thing?
I think.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, this character is definitely been, when people talk about big winners and like consistent winners, like people say that he's a big winner, but I think his character definitely is a lot stronger than what people think he is. There's a lot of good matchups I think he has against the top tiers, and I think him having a complete game plan helps him out quite a bit.
The scariest part for anyone still in this bracket is you're watching this right now, and nothing you see matters because T-Bola is probably going to play a different character against you if you have to play him next. Like he's got such a wide stable that you're not even going to actually see Bubs next time. You'll probably see like Charlotta or his own Buliel or, you know, Lil Wayne. All right,
EX Fireball locks him down. He's too far to get the heavy.
Air to air. Match point to Bola.
people, this is what you wanted to see. You wanted to see Bell getting smoked. You wanted to see a counter pick. This is the character that might be able to do it. RH doesn't get the confirm. The DP EX, get that space that he wants to play at. And you know, the long range from Bell, it's, you're not gonna get hurt too much, right? As long as you're not too far in for him to get a dash in, you're fine with taking a few fireballs because things like this are gonna happen in your favor. Big corner push, teleport. Look at this constant pressure this character gets.
Oh, empty jump, command grab, super. This time he's dead. Good stuff by Tibola, looking strong on the bumps. I think, you know, most of his time so far in this patch has been spent on this character. He thought highly of the character before the patch, and now that there's, you know, objectively a better character in place, he's, you know, on the grind.
Perfect character to use, I think.
Up next, going to be myself coming up against Mars. So I'll have to see some of this buff stories myself. This is a matchup that Catalina definitely won pre-patch. Like, objectively, she won the matchup. I think that the way this matchup goes didn't necessarily change. I think there's, you know, a fair chance that she still might win this matchup, but I think that, one, the number of times she has to touch him has doubled. I mean, that's for every character. She doesn't randomly hit you for 7k. But also, you know, his opportunities to get in from further away are a little bit better, and his rewards for doing so are a little bit more consistent. So we'll see how this goes.
By the way, people, just so you guys know, if you're new, Callisto will be commentating and playing his match right now. You guys are in for a treat.
Yeah, so forgive the button noises. That's me mashing in the back. If you want to know who's mashing, that's me.
That's ASMR. I mean, if you guys are here, you know, from Static Stream, or you've just been here for a while, that just adds to the experience. It's just like being in an arcade.
For me, it's receipts. When I tell you that I put in DP, you know I'm not lying, because you can hear it. You can hear me mashing it.
All right, Mars trying to get the round start. The dash punches. Uh-oh. Cancels off the focus. Callisto getting pushed to the corner.
All right. Yeah, I don't want none of that.
We're trying to find that side switch. Get out of the corner. You do not want to be here. Zenmars adding up that chip, but here's the X thrust lands.
Wow, JH. Ooh.
Tech. Wow. That JH clipped the very tip.
And I'm fine. You know, there's a 40% damage modifier on things that you light wall. You only take 40% of the damage you would normally take. That was supposed to be DP, but I'll take that result.
Got some damage on the deck for that. Zenmars buffing up. Yep. Rip up the close. My grandpa's too strong. Please stop praying for him. Chipping away. Zenmars can definitely make the comeback if he lands a fat hit right here. All he needs is that one big confirm. That juicy confirm.
And I'm fine taking those trades for the most part. Just going to try to keep it safe here.
Hey, Hicks. 2M, gotta be careful if you're Zenmars. They'll get hit coming in.
Oh, I forgot that that's, yeah, I think that's plus at that range.
Zenmars taking that. That was a tense round, though. You start to see a little bit of some of the unfortunate nerves that have having this character in terms of the X Fireball and how important it is to land the thrust.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest change that they made for Catalina, is that if thrust is down, this character is a shell of herself if that thrust is not available. Her entire game plan is tied to how you use EX thrust. You need it to corner carry, you need it to get damage in the corner, you need it for, like, everything that is good about the character is now hard tied to EX thrust.
DP though, Callisto sitting strong right here. EX thrust in the corner, meaty, no vegan, there's the finish.
And at that range, I was going to get Far 5L into Super too, so more damage on deck. All right, I didn't know that was his turn after that, but apparently it is.
Learn as we go. Pick up. Dash punch. Look at.
I tried the DP. You heard it. You heard it. Not telling lies.
You dial it out, people. Sweep. On the other side, late tech. Normal tech, actually.
Yeah. Wow, that was a punish on the spot dodge. Jesus.
That came out so fast.
And you can see that I had him in the corner, but I had nothing that was not minus or punishable to approach with. So it's like the entire time you just sort of like back off and you wait, which I think that's already sort of, at least that's how I played Catalina. I played her very reactively to what other people did. But now I think that's like the only thing you can do.
Still now, Callisto's
trying to catch her moving
corner
forward.
game right here.
He's being real patient.
That max range. These fireballs gone off the table now.
Wow, that is plus on whiff.
Hit with the chest. Dash up throw.
Oh, I missed another DP. Not being very good about that today.
He didn't get a full conversion off of that, so you're still alive.
God.
Okay, pick up. Oh no. Zimar's going a lot for the uniques, just to try to, gain a little bit of those stocks going, because he knows if he buffs up, it's a one-touch deal.
Oh, nice sweep. I had to move forward. She also has less plus frames now. She used to be +4 on the X Fireball. Now she's only +2, which is generally not enough frames to do anything useful. Yeah, that spot dodge, that's a lot of the matchup is like her ability to punish a spot dodge. Yeah, that's fine.
It's over the 2H, actually. No canceling 2M. No big deal. Close just poking away.
Why has no damn recovery.
That's the game from this character. Like he'll throw something out, but he's got two more things right after. Hey, it's up to you. You'll get a spot dodge or deal with it. My man's gonna deal the damage. Using the Skybound art for the finish. Ooh.
I will say that if she gets a counter hit medium thrust, you still explode. That is still a ridiculous starter. Whoops, sick.
Oh, no punish though. That was obviously on purpose. You heard the buttons press. It's called the bait, people. Nice unique with a spot dodge. Would return from Mars. You knew it was coming.
That was a punish.
You see him use that unique though. I like Mars's his unique pressure has been really good. Or just utilizing that.
Again, like, oh my god.
There's so much mental stack. It's hard to, if he's gonna go for a throw. And he's gonna throw out any of the specials in between these uniques. Or a fireball. Mars looking real good here. The defensive style being enhanced by that unique so much. You really have to have a good read on the person to deal with that unique, Velvet. But the buffer here from Callisto. Slow steady pace starting to work out.
Of course.
Oh, the unique saves him. Absolute money against that jump you in now. Close her off. It's time to go in. He's probably to keep that spacing. 15 seconds on the clock. Winding down. And the announcer's like, get it done. Callisto with the dash up to him. Late tag.
Oh god, I thought I had the punish.
Gold. Chip away. EX.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That sucks. GG's. That's fucking hard. Holy shit.
That looked exhausting to deal with.
And that's
it's not even just Soros himself. It's just like the playing on that unique and that like defensive style that Mars has. Like,
and now I don't have the damage to make up the difference, right? Like that's the big thing is I can't just like find that one monster hit into 6-7K, especially if I just punish something and put them in the corner with EX Thrust. That's it. Like, I have no damage. I think that's something people, you know, if you're trying to fight Catalina in this new version, you have to pay attention to timers. If EX Thrust is down, go nuts. She can't punish you for more than like 2.6K without it. Just fucking run up, do some stuff. All right, so we're going to have up next, going to have Marvin Pie coming up against Velvet. Marvin Pie sticking with Fairy. Not, you know, we spoke about it. He doesn't see himself changing characters anytime soon. However, he still definitely feels like the Shoto matchups are really hard, and he's trying to work his way. Fairy still has a bunch of really good tools, but the way they get used are now a little bit different than they used to be.
Yeah, I mean, she's been quote-unquote normalized, but she's still very strong. Especially in comparison to other characters, have to be smarter. Just as you said, you gotta be a little bit more intelligent about what you put out on the screen, and that also gives other people a chance to play. You DP out of some of the strings now, and you know it not hitting a certain way. When you jump, you can block that sucker out, so a little bit easier to deal with. But if you get hit, it's still gonna hurt. And that dive kick being the double dive kick is ridiculous.
All right, stable pressure there.
Yeah, Velvet trying to get the lockdown going, but just bleeding right here.
Yeah, I mean, anything at this point. Chip is definitely a danger. He's got to watch out for like 214L cancels. Even like a random 5U could blow him up. Round one going to Marvin.
But convincing fashion, even though stuck in the corner, that's a sign of a strong player right there. Is when you're stuck in the corner and like you're still in the lead and you're still comfortable. But we got to change things up here. I feel like it might be harder, you know, this season because you don't have that corner push off the Rekkas. But at least you do have that, you know, you get in a little bit more if you land the Rekkas. But you know that still seems like it's difficult to get in though. No, knocked off the EX Fireball. You can only just, you know, get a little bit of damage on the deck. These Fireball lands, but see, there's not much off of that. X range. Oh, whips the throw. Falls on it. And that's it. Skybound up for the finish. Man. Marvin Pie. I wouldn't switch either. If I was Marvin Pie, I would have stuck by this character too. I don't know why anybody would have switched from this Fairy character. And Marvin Pie style, like it's fine for him to play like this.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Love it. Trying to go in a little bit more, but again, Marvin Pie just aware and awake, stopping a lot of that offense, that run-up pressure that Velvet loves to do that we saw a lot of times before in his previous match. DP out.
Nice challenge.
Interrupts.
Yeah, gonna get out of the corner here. And that should do it. Oh yeah, he had a bunch of meter too. Marvin looking real good right now on match point.
I feel like if you're Velvet, this is like the one person you don't want to play. You're gonna stop a lot of your approach. He's gonna like not let you pay at that quick pacing game. But now, as I say that, Velvet gets in.
And you see that. I mean, you have to take that risk if you're Velvet. You kind of have to like use those fake Rekka frame traps to get the knockdown, because otherwise you're gonna back off. And Fairy, her sweep isn't as good, but if you're trying to make space in the corner to get yourself into like favorable positioning, she can still just let it rip.
We let it rip. Here's a Skybound art.
Yeah, a lot of chip at minimum. What? Oh my god.
Oh.
I don't know. I cannot believe he found that
Velvet.
Gap. That was ridiculous. All right, nice DP. Doesn't hold the plus frames.
And now you're so far away from this character, you have to work your way back in there. That's the problem.
Yeah, and
Velvet style doesn't really work for that.
Something that's pretty different from Jita compared to Gran or Cat in this matchup is she doesn't have that quick forward-moving move that can punish bad GG calls. Like, Fairy can throw out GG a bit more liberally than she could in other matchups. That's a trade-off for the movement speed, though, right? Like, Jita can sort of zoom in there, find big super jumps. Marvin, though, looking pretty good. Going to take that 2-0.
Yeah, again, one of the favorites. Probably one of the favorites also for Arc Revo. Coming up next week, actually.
Yeah, next Saturday, Arc Revo Midwest. even though it's on PS4, I went ahead and went for it. So look forward to me complaining about both Nerf Catalina and PSN next week. A double dose. Not just going to be these normal pedestrian nerfed cat complaints.
Can't you practice on the PC with the when it's in windowed mode to have the same kind of input delay?
You can turn on VSync and it'll feel the same. Or if you want to leave VSync off, you can also just use. It has the same thing as Guilty Gear. It has the manual artificial addition of input delay. So like you can definitely make it feel similar to PS4 online. Kind of the whole point of the PC version is that you turn VSync off and you essentially gain a frame or two in input delay reduction, and that can counteract a frame or two of net play input lag. So like, not input lag, but just network latency. So you're making PC online feel closer to PC offline, and that's kind of the entire point. All right, but Leo, I think maybe he wanted either his pad died or maybe he wanted Percival. We'll find out here in a second.
Yeah. Listen, I would have taken it. You wearing those Vern glasses, dog? You getting clipped. But yeah, I think he might be. Yeah. Oh, he's going. Oh, okay. I guess he is wanting to play.
Yeah, he's just holding forward. So I will try to.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I think maybe this was just a character mistake. So we'll run through this one real quick, and then we'll get into the next game.
Actually, you know, while we're waiting for this, what do you think about the Percy versus Cat matchup? I know, obviously,
I think it's the same.
Gained pretty hard, but it's the same.
Yeah, I don't think it's any different. I think a lot of the matchups for Catalina do not play differently. She just requires more hits. The only one that I think, maybe the two that play significantly differently are Matera and Vasaraga, because she doesn't have that EX Fireball knockdown, which was very core to the game plan against those characters. Everyone else, I would say that like all of her matchups except for one got worse because she used to need to hit you 3 times and now she needs to hit you, 4 to 6, and that's a big change. Her worst matchup was Lancelot, arguably her only bad matchup. I personally thought Beelzebub was also a bad matchup, but I think the only universally agreed upon bad matchup for Kat was Lancelot, and she went even or worse against everyone else. That stayed the same because the tools that were nerfed were not things that she got to use against him anyways, so like they don't really matter. Percival, I mean, this is a little bit different because she would do a lot of whiff punishes and EX thrusts, and he had a lot of things that were punishable where, like, only Cat could punish them, right? Like, he had to be very careful about throwing certain things out against her, which is now, like that. She can whiff punish that pretty handily, but now if she burns the EX thrust, oh, crap, something blew up.
Oh, no.
This match is... I wonder, he was having PC issues today. Yeah, maybe he got booted out. But yeah, so like she can still get that whiff punish into EX thrust. But now if you're Percival and she whiff punishes you into a hard knockdown, like, I don't know, wake up DP. Who cares? She doesn't have EX thrust. She's not going to hit you for anything that matters.
Well, we're going to have to wait a little bit to see if that's going to happen.
Yeah, he's having a PC issue, so we're going to, we'll give him a minute real quick. See if we can get that worked out. See if we can...
Oh, there we go. But yeah,
okay. He says
what we have next.
Yeah, he's going to get back in here. Let's run... I'm going to run Heroic Leslie against Blooming Lotus and just come back to this match after this one, give him a couple minutes to sort that out. That is one of the downsides. The net play is definitely better on PC, but it's still a PC, and PCs are significantly more liable to have something random not work. Everyone wants to know why we didn't run tournaments on PC prior to all this. It was because a console always acts the same. You turn it on, you put in the game, you plug in your stick, and it always works. It doesn't matter if it runs better or worse, it runs the same every time unless something's like actually wrong with the console or the development of the game. So PC, sometimes stuff blows up. So that happened to me last week in Tekken. It recognized the same stick that I used every single week as a different type of stick, and my button mapping all changed. And I didn't change anything different. I launched the game the same way I do. I plugged my stick in, everything was the same, and it was just like, nah, I'm a PC. Things are different now.
I played Street Fighter 5 like a couple days ago, and as soon as I went to the Battle Lounge, like I played a few games, exited, and it just froze. And I'm like, wait, what? And this hasn't happened in months. Just like randomly, it's like, you know what? Restart your PC. And it's one of those hard locks where if you hit like Alt, Control, Delete or whatever, it's still on the screen.
And then there's
so
people
you can't delete it.
There's people like on forums like, yeah, go in, adjust the registry, put in this mod or blah blah blah. It's like, dude, I want to hit power. I want to hit power, plug in my stick, and play the game. In. Yeah. So there's plus and minuses to everything. Windows update might have blown up SSK's computer. We're waiting to find out. In the meantime, we'll have Blooming Lotus up against Heroic Legacy.
Good old PC Master Race. Listen, this is why people they get on Twitter and they decide with their hot takes. Why don't we run games on PC? And the reason why, maybe they should play on PC for a little bit, or maybe be a TO for a little bit as well too.
I don't know if I'd recommend that one. Anyways, while we're waiting, you can hit up the Matcherino, support the players in this tournament, matcherino.com/chi/SSSO 100320 GBVS. That same string can be used for a 50-cent coupon code if you want to, not even commit any of your own money to the pot. If you want to support the tournament directly, you can hit us up at teespring.com/the-waifu-dome. Check out our merch with the official Waifu Dome art from Quasimodo X. And if you want to keep up to date on what we're running when and whatnot, such as updates about how we're not going to be running next week because it's Arc Revo Midwest, hit us up at the Waifu Dome on Twitter. So, up next, going to have Blooming Lotus against Heroic Legacy. These two have played a lot of matches against each other in a lot of games. So you might see something silly, right? It's one of those kind of like banking on habits rather than what they think the characters can do.
Yeah, I'm always curious to see what these characters or what people are like coming up against this character, because you see people whining on Twitter this and that about Bell, and to be honest, they're right in some of the cases, but I'm always curious to see like what's your response to some of this stuff, because some of this shit ain't real. Like the backdash thing that people were posting, like the backdash is messed up, don't get me wrong, but you can catch the backdash on a lot of stuff.
I don't know, a lot of the stuff is actually real. The button,
all right, 75% of it's real.
The button into non-EX Fireball Spinaroonie, that's fake. Everything else this character does, pretty real.
Let's see what answers he's got, though. Heroic Legacy versus
nice air-to-air.
Lotus.
JH is a big old button.
Him outside the skies.
Good recognition. That combo looked a little weird on the spacing, and he just kind of didn't chase anything further.
It's a skill in and of itself, dropping stuff and just letting it go. If you don't. Oh my god, that caught.
So that's a slower version of Sorius' up kick. It counts as a heavy. It just crushes whatever you do. It's I think priority 3 or priority 4, but it just destroys normals while being safe. Oh, that's going to be the round, yeah.
Push, good pressure.
There's actually a whole lot of damage still on deck after that one too, because that one juggles in the corner.
That's the thing about this character, like when he puts you in the corner, the damage is like reminiscent of like Season 1 characters. And he can rotate his options so well that he'll get that meter back.
I don't think it's that bad. I feel like the most fair thing about this character is actually his damage. Take that as you will, right?
yeah, I'm about to say a word, like hold on now.
Heroic Legacy trying to call out the DP with the spot dodge, got punished for it, now he's in the corner.
Jump you. Gotta get open up, neutral jump. Good call out right here. And give him some space, back to mid-screen.
And if you're trying to figure out how to deal with that run-up, jump-you mix-up, generally treating it kind of like an overhead mix-up and doing a spot dodge OS will be favorable. And because spot dodge OS like always gives late tech now, you can maybe do it a little bit earlier than you would.
Runs right into it. Blooming Lotus with just complete neutral control.
All right, back in the game
this is one of those matchups where or like, you know, that full screen fireball being, you know, the cancel, whatever. I mean, you can zone just fine with this character in terms of like the fireball. You don't really have to go into the cancel, the pinwheel, but being able to, you know, hold them down where they can't come to you because they don't have any other options to do so. They have to spot dodge, they have to call it out, is even more so harder for Soros. But here's the back throw, side switching, laying on the pressure, gets a counter.
Yeah, I think he maybe thought he was going to get a close normal there.
EX pick up. Able to land, get the sweep. He wants to hold on for that skybound art for that last hit, for that last finish. There we go. Blows up the puff up too. I like that. I like that he's already recognizing what this character can do. We already saw it with your match with Mars. You know, not to bring up bad memories, but he knew, he was like, listen, this dude's gonna puff up eventually. Let's go for the throw pressure. And that's smart against Soros.
Oh no, a little too early. Okay, still ended up being okay. Was able to spot dodge, stay safe. Even when you're safe in that situation, it feels so bad because that's one of the only things he can do that's actually super punishable.
Yeah, yeah. That you can call out. So you definitely want to blow that up as much as possible. You have to time it right. Or you go for the old Chicago, you know, finish, the throw. W neutral jump, doesn't get the hit though. But still introducing that option, saying you can't do that forever. EX. Go for the throw, didn't get it. Hope the parry gets caught this time.
Not too far for the grab.
Baroque Legacy, like just outside this distance, but that pinwheel making it really hard to approach with the dash punch.
So far in the sweep, and it's nearly impossible to whiff punish. Reminiscent of Fairy's pre-patch sweep, except it just doesn't reach half screen.
And it can cancel into the suit, like the skybound arts, really easily. You get full animation, and it's really hard to not get the full animation from that.
214H as well. It'll almost always combo from any range. Nice run up and the whip punish. That was sick.
Oof.
Blooming Lotus taking it 2-0. It was a pretty nice run up 2M at the end there.
That's pretty. That was pretty damn good. He was looking for a button, got hit, and he already had the lockdown, so he knew that, you know, the pensiveness was there. So that was a good play from Blooming Lotus.
All right, checking up on SSK. We'll probably jump over, run a couple of winners matches while we're waiting.
Steam coming from his ears. Mars, you got to hold in there. It's up to you. The Soros boys, the ones who said this character was great now. It's up to you.
All right, so we're going to pop ahead to winners real quick while we're waiting on SSK to get things up and running. Should be Marvin Pie against Mars up next. And this is one of those matchups where Mars, you know, felt that Sori's pre-patch, pre-buffs did fine against Fairy, right? And objectively, Fairy was nerfed and he was buffed. So we'll see how this goes. Now, that's not to count Fairy out. This character still has an extensive toolbox, and she got a couple of things that, you know, there was some attempt to mitigate the losses from the nerfs. She got a couple things in return, maybe not as strong as what she did have, but she has some things.
Yeah, she's still definitely fine. And again, Marvin Pie's been working on his confirms. You know, he was baffled that you know, you could that Street Fighter players would come in and be able to land these like one hit confirms and things like that. He's been working on that as part of his game plan, and general defense has been pretty good. So I think this version of Fairy is perfectly fine. In fact, he was one of the first people to be like, she's good. She's still good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think several Fairy players were actually like, I guess I'm going to Belial now, because they weren't playing Fairy because they like Fairy. They were playing Fairy because she was fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, like...
And you know what the sauce was?
Yeah, where Marvin actually just really likes Fairy. All right.
We gotta talk about Marvin later. We gotta talk to him later because he's been switching the colors, and I don't like that. That's a bad sign.
Nice JL, instant overhead, still has that. You can see, now the difference here is she doesn't get like some wacky 8-way mix-up for a mid-screen knockdown and GG. Like, that's what's different. Did she just combo against standing close 5L into sweep? Was that a thing?
I don't remember that move.
Uh-oh, that's a combo.
Anna's dead. Run up H for the finish. And he had the full lockdown the entire time. Like, round star, already swinging the buttons, and then all the way to the corner. See, Mars has got, all it takes is that one good dash punch to get things going. Just like I said. Wait a little bit this time. He's got him all the way to the corner, round start. 10 seconds in. Getting that chip, building it up. Pie looking for that return. Jump H. The sweep, though. Pie still willing to play that patient game.
Great usage of GG to move forward and claim space. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, you see Marvin like, okay, maybe I'm not going to push any buttons for a moment.
He's like, let me hold off a bit. Our Unique comes through. Mark's starting to introduce that new game plan. The 2M connects.
That's plus. Ball found the back throw. I think Mars was respecting the DP. This might hit. No, it went over. I don't know if... Okay, he's going to get the side switch here. Yeah. Ooh, GG. Let the robber in through the gate. The beware of dog sign was false.
It's one of those, it's a nice one.
Those little dogs. Yeah, the ones who like run up to the robber and try to get a treat.
Let me show you where the money is. Let me show you where the safe is. Here's the combination. The lay on those buttons, Mars, and go for the full combo. The full combo right
shimmy.
There. Just stays in distance. Gets the H.
All right, I like that. And pushes him really far away with the medium DP ender. I really like that ender. Holds on to his DP in case he needs it, but also chucks stories like full screen.
Where again, he has to work to come to him. He's got to make that return.
I really like these decisions from Marvin right now. Like he's throwing out the whip to, put the fear of not throwing out random dash punches, and then alternating in the GG to just kind of hold down the space in front of him. And he got the corner. Wow, what a needle thread though by Mars, and the crouch confirmed.
He waited. What was rewarded too? One more hit to do it.
Nice spot dodge.
Mars.
Good tech.
Marvin, the tech to stay alive from Marvin.
He's using the 2M now, looking for that confirm into Super Skybound. Good patience here, and the counter poke. Mars going to take game one. Good stuff to both players, though.
I like Mars just being patient. You said before, like, so many times, week after week, he definitely, like, has these moments where he'll turn off his aggression on and off, and then it's hard to kind of, like, bait him into doing stuff, because he's like, I'm content with just waiting this out. I'm cool with it.
In general, I think fighting Soris is a lot of feeling what they're going to do, right? Predicting when they're going to try to dash punch to stuff it so they can't use it as a way in. Because his tools are very hittable. But if you're wrong, then he's just going to run the game plan over and over. And there's another big counter hit.
Bring that to him. Catches the rush punch. No opening, though. See, that was fine. Like, getting caught is, like, no big deal because he's willing to just sit there and take the blocks and work his way in.
And you can see that the willingness to just throw out the 2M to fish for the counter poke, that's something you can do it against Fairy a bit more now because her rewards aren't, she doesn't get the knockdown into the 6-way mix-up into 4K mid-screen anymore. Big JH, stuffs the anti-air. It's very good air normal.
Doesn't even skies didn't work.
Nice cancel by Marvin to stay safe there.
Again, switching up that pressure. Now things getting even more dire.
Yeah.
You definitely cannot get hit.
For sure, and everything moves faster and further and has better frames in this install. Like this install, I think Mars felt it was underrated beforehand. I think a lot of people maybe underrated it. Did Marvin jump? No, he got clipped with the unblockable. That should be the round. That is a command grab super. Not going to call it a great one. There's no invuln and the range is not very good, but when it hits, you feel it.
Yeah. I forgot what buffs it got this season.
I think the range got slightly extended, so it'll combo more consistently.
Oh, okay.
Most changes...
Because like his other... I was gonna say his other, like his Skybound art, like his other one doesn't do that much damage.
Oh yeah, it does do
general.
more damage. So both he has the install while that's actually really good.
Damn, 450. Ooh, 45,000. Jeez. Okay. So when you technical, yeah, okay. It's kind of nice.
Good use of the JU for getting out of the corner. JL from mad far. Hard knockdown. I like this pressure from Marvin. Gaining a lot of corner space, but another good challenge from Mars.
Yeah, 2-out-2L. Pushes him back out. Marvin Pie.
A very scary situation for Mars. He was a couple frames from getting smoked there.
Now Marvin Pie, lock him in the corner, going right up into it.
Good block on the
Using
JL.
that custom combo. Install. Joe the buff on set with your chest right there. Caught him coming in. Jump H. Far rush punch.
Nice punish.
This
One
is
hit with
bad.
super. Oh my god, the damage.
Excuse me.
Now, some of that was fairy health, but also the damage. Mars moving on in winners.
Wait, hold on.
No, I'm with you.
Hold on.
That looked like a lot. When a Catalina player is like, damn the damage, you know something's fucked up. That's how you know, something did fucked up damage. When a cat is like, yo, how did that do so much damage? Previously,
maybe it's shocking.
We only used to say that about our own combos. We never said that about other people's combos. Messed up.
That's disgusting. You know, we went month after month watching this character not kill with that Skybound art, and then bam, boom. Ooh, that's normal for pre-patch. Okay, yeah, I see you. And I also see Callisto coming up on the deck again against Super Saiyan Kid.
Yeah, matchup we were looking for. This feels, Season 1 feels like 10 years ago. What happened to my tournament that was nothing but Catalina versus Percival? Those were the good days. I want to see some damn footsies.
Footsies?
Not these.
You want to see that big damage.
These characters with their mix-ups and their pressure and their safe things. I want to see swangers.
Big old swangers. You can see a big old swanger in front of you with the Super Saiyan Kid with that far H. Hope you can whip punish it. Let's see how this is. We were going to see this before, but, you know, Super Saiyan Kid had some issues, but now he's back in the game. PC acting a little bit nicer.
Good blocks.
Toxic right in front of the face. Go over the 5.
I like the use of the EX stock, because look, I mean, the timer's like already back. All right, anti-air with the LDP. Ooh, nice.
He's definitely more relied upon the stocks this season, so not a bad option to cancel right into it. 2H, max distance, goes for the XDP, hard knockdown. Backs away.
Oh, I'm being slow. There you go. Yeah, you can't do that still. Oh, the challenge. I tried to throw. I think I'm dead. Oh, not yet. Okay.
Not yet. Still alive. Yo. Spot dodge. Take my turn, but the interruption. Super Saiyan Kid.
How do you stop these things now? I don't have the frames to do the things that I want.
For the 3 stocks. Super Saiyan Kid definitely been using that a lot more. Yeah, this is definitely Super Saiyan Blue right here.
God, that just smashed 2H. I miss old 2H.
Ooh, a 2H didn't catch.
Well, that's not a punish anymore. That's a big change in this matchup.
Overhead connects. I like how Callisto's waiting for the patented EXDP. There's a normal one. Super Saiyan Kid putting it in the middle of the string. Cancels. Far out. Super.
God, too high to combo. That sucks. Too far to combo. That sucks.
Coming downtown for that one. Overhead. Empty low. Blows him up. This should be a finish. There it is.
So off of throw, that's now her real DP safe setup because of the slowdown of DPs and the change to her Far 5L. She gets the empty low, but that's also just her standard Oki.
Damn, dash up throw. Let's go. Super Saiyan Kid playing a little more pencilly. Maybe not always, but definitely playing the footsie game, and Callisto being a little bit more aggressive, watching those moments. Backing off after the EX Fireball.
That at least is a big change in the matchup. Like, you don't have to feel terrible if you get hit by EX low mid-screen now. I did not expect the
in
clash.
favor.
That's not what I tried to do, but cool. I'll take instant jump M. That looks like a thing.
Now you are in super skybound R range using that jump U.
Yeah, still can't do that.
Nice whip punish. Empty low again. Super Saiyan Kid getting his shoes creased up. Skybound art finish. Super skybound art finish.
I'm not going to gripe about the fact that I put in the super skybound and got the regular one since it killed, but
No, my bad, regular.
a little tight. Not going to lie.
I just assumed, I heard it and looked over and I was like, yeah, that's obviously going to be the super skybound art, and it wasn't, but that's okay. Alyssa takes that one.
And this part of the game is still the same. Taking these little trades, trying to keep it. I've always felt that you don't have to start your party as Catalina against Percival. You just have to keep him from starting his.
The thrust,
Wow,
the double
great
time,
link.
and the far H cancel. Oh, Super Saiyan Kid. Back throw. Yeah, switching positions here. EX fireball's off the table, but no big deal. That's the EX thrust. Empty low again. You gotta be holding that guard button. You gotta be blocking low. Gotta be doing something, my friend.
Nice 2H.
Young man reaction.
Wow, he did it! I didn't believe he would.
He actually. He hadn't been doing it in a while though, so you gotta give him credit. And that's a great. I'm seeing him formulating better game plans. With the throw, EX Fireball doesn't get the hard knockdown that you usually get last season. Jump you over the overhead.
I didn't like the spacing, so I didn't spend anything.
Yeah, I was
Nice
about to
blocks.
say, cancel that to him. RH punish.
Not going to get animation
Pick
here,
up.
so he's probably alive. Yeah. Good block.
Saw the flash. Into the 2-in. Callisto on match point.
Nice weight. Whoop.
Yeah, too far for that jump in right there. No big deal, says Callisto as he gets a DP ender. The side switch, everything looking good for him. EX cancel.
That should be
Oh, the
dead.
counter hits. Saw him press a little bit too much.
Yeah, that was a
Callisto with the finish.
That was actually a big change that helps a lot of characters out in general in pressure. There's more hit stop on counter hit lights now, so you have more time to see the counter hit and confirm it properly. And Catalina's pressure, I think, got a reasonable. It didn't get deleted. That change helps her pressure stay a lot because you can definitely confirm things. So GG's to Super Saiyan Kid. Gonna be.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a lot better.
Yeah, that was actually scary. Not gonna lie. Not a fan. All right, so let me see. I think I'm staying on to play Velvet. While we were playing winners, things got a little bit ahead, so we got to catch up the loser side, or else I'm gonna be holding up my own bracket. So we'll see if the Belial comes out for Velvet, or if he sticks with the Jita that we saw earlier. Yeah, there's the DJ. This is a character that I play as well, so fairly familiar with the character, but that can also be a trap, right? When you play a character, you expect somebody to do things with the character that sometimes they do not.
Yeah, that's also like the trappings of just in general. Like you play somebody, or you like somebody in the bracket, like they have a Jita, and then like you play someone else that runs a Jita, and you're like, they'll do the same things, and they do like the wildly, the most
for sure.
wild thing
That's
that you have
the most
no
dangerous
idea.
thing is playing two people who play the same character differently back to back in bracket.
See how things work right here.
Wow, I
Take
can't
with the
believe that
turn with the
reach.
back throw. Overhead blocked. So good about taking back his turn when he needs to.
Well, oh yeah, I would like to
That
point out
jump
that
U.
of the Shotos, only Catalina got her jump U nerfed. DJ and Gran jump U's are the same as they were.
Hell yeah. I mean, you don't see it. It's not Granblue fantasy. It's Granblue fantasy. There's the throw though. Callisto still in this. EX Fireball.
Gonna cash
EX
out.
Thrust. Yeah.
This isn't gonna
Gotta get that
do a
damage
significant amount of damage, but I kind of need. I just need the knockdown here.
You saw the corner positioning.
Nice tech.
Dash up like tech. Takes a little bit of damage.
I gotta back off.
to stay alive.
My timers are not looking good.
Ooh, EX Thrust.
He seemed like he was going full steam ahead. I didn't think he was going to spot dodge there.
We saw him. We saw that's kind of the play style, and that works out, you know, in some cases. But if that also is, you know, red, it's to your detriment. Now you're in the corner. Speaking of detriment, overhead. Bestow. Looking for that max range thrust. Lands. Gets a block. No big deal. Lands the EX. Playing all those stocks.
All right, DP's out.
That's fine because those stocks are all coming back.
Yeah, that was a really tough. That
EX
specific
thrust.
spacing of the EX Fireball was super tough because it was the very tip of EX Thrust that made contact, and if he spot dodged that, if he basically did anything but DP there, I probably win that interaction. So that was tough.
Believe in victory.
Looks like Velvet sticking out with the Gina pick. I think it's better. I think it's, you know, no offense to the Velvet, but definitely more developed in terms of gameplay against characters. Callisto making this character look still okay. Making the cat pick look good. Fireball pressure, yo, delay on the 2M.
Also, I want to point out that my
Finds
cat's
the final
fucking
hit.
nice, by the way. That's why I'm still playing this character. Even though she was nerfed to shit, and even though Gran got off with no nerfs, my cat's fucking nice.
There's the unique though, the counter hit to get the full pushback, but you see that's where the character can really land that corner push. Good DP though.
Nice punish.
Punish on the DP. Using the X Rekkas.
Safe jump, good block.
It'll land the top for the punish.
Woo!
It's a change with the X Fireball. Land some distance between them. He knows the gaps. He's playing this kid before the double overhead. The Shin Callisto.
That might be it.
He's not even mad yet.
Yeah, that hurt. That did a lot of damage. It turns out that single button into super still does a fair amount of Catalina damage. Good games. I'm staying alive in losers. I have to be careful though. I can't be doing what I was doing last season and getting like, you know, third or fourth every week because people aren't going to believe me that Cat was nerfed. They're going to be like, oh, see, she wasn't nerfed at all. It's like, no, I'm just fucking nice. That's all. That's how it works. No, actually,
talk about himself like
Catalina,
but it's right.
All jokes aside, you can check the receipts. You can see what I've been saying. I've said the entire time Catalina is still a strong character. They just made it not very fun. They took away a lot of her tools. Marvin Pie, I don't choose Super Skybound, or regular Skybound over Super Skybound. Is that the game doesn't give me Super Skybound on the easy input. It gives me the regular one. To answer your question. So we're going to have, I believe this is a winner semis. Going to be T-Bola coming up against Rogue.
Like I said, those long, lanky buttons come out against this character that kind of has to get in closer to make the things happen. Play out the intros, playing full anime, and that also helps with the desyncing issues and things like that. So always good to let that happen when
This is an
you
alright
can.
color. This is definitely a, you know, SSK's Boyle color. He was trying to look stylish. T-Bola is a weeb. This is a weeb color. It's a good weeb color. He looks nice, but this is, you know, he was looking for the shonen.
Far unique. Oh, EX, but the clash lands in no way. Bell's favor. I mean, it kind of makes sense after clash, but jeez. T-Bola going for that max range H, gets a throw.
Oh yeah, there's the frame
Jump
trap.
H.
His frame trap game is fantastic. There you go. I was about to say, though, one of the things that is good against things like Ispar 5H, her command counter is very solid. He's more than
this character,
likely,
you know it's coming, right?
Yeah. I was about to say, that's the danger of using the non-EX, though, is he can either do 2M2M or 2M5H. Like, he might just have 2 lows in a row. So you have to use the EX that can absorb both. If you guess wrong on which one he's doing, you're going to get hit. Nice tech.
See, bro can put that in his notebook, wake up with the buttons.
And T-Bolo has shown
like
that he'll challenge after late tech because it's a hard meaty. The person who did the late tech is not at an advantage in terms of frames. They can get hit meaty, but it's hard to get like the first frame run and then get there in time to hit the meaty. So sometimes it's a worthwhile challenge. All right, corner pressure.
Lands
is he going to cash out SFBA? Yeah, I don't think this is going to be quite enough. Never mind. I thought there was going to be some scaling, and then I saw the chunk that first hit did, and I was like, nah. Nah, he's dead.
The chat loves it. The chat enjoys it.
Yeah,
big
Belial fans in the chat. Everyone loves this character.
Believe in victory.
Can't wait to see more of him in Arc Revo, but T-Bola definitely been putting the work with this character already.
I think
the versions are on deck.
I do see comments in the chat, and I will say my piece is that I do not think Belial is stronger than any of last patch's top 3 are, just for sheer damage output. I think Fairy, Gran, and Catalina last patch were stronger than Belial currently is now.
Yeah, I can see that. I think his mid-range neutral is whatever, and his full-screen stuff is whatever,
that
too.
Said,
and I think it's a matter of people not laughing stuff out, but he's still busted.
Yeah,
like,
that said, this is not last patch, and I think he's currently better than every other character. He has like grand damage with a better toolbox now. Season 2 grand damage. He has current grand damage.
Yeah.
And there's the parry. Nice reaction.
I think it's also one of the issues. Like, on the other hand of things, it reminds me of like Seth in Street Fighter V. Like, it's like the toolkit, everything together is what really makes this character really, really strong. It's like a few things here or there, they're strong, but it's everything coming together and working in tandem is what makes this character super strong. You saw the parry before to really eliminate the dash in option right there. So T-Ball with that far H, but here
I didn't know that was a combo. That was sick.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's a new one or not, because I've not seen that before, but EX lands. Get that corner push. Rogue a little more pensive.
Nice. Good use of the run after the hard knockdown instead of just going for a safe jump, which isn't as valuable against her anyways. He just ran her body towards the corner. Big counter hit. That should be it. T-Bola taking it 2-0.
Skybound finish. T-Bola. You know, we can talk all the mess we want about this character, but there's a difference between me running this character like an idiot and someone who knows how to use the toolkit properly. Yeah.
T-Bola has beaten me, you know, usually the ratio when we play rooms is 3-1 his favor, and he's done that with every character he's picked against me except Jita. I beat his Jita up. Every other character he's played against me beat the crap out of me. So, like, some of that has to be attributed to the player. Even though he plays rude-ass characters like Lil Wayne. Up next, going to be more Belial. I don't know how you say it.
I just say Bell, because I've heard like so many pronunciations.
And pre-patch, this was the this would have been a fairy mirror. Both of these two were very high up on fairy. So some changes here.
Letting them rock out again, the shades. This color's pretty decent. You know, I don't mind it, but hold on. How many times are we going to see a color pick? A color change?
We're not, you know, we're going to need to have an intervention. This is a bigger issue that we need to talk about differently. After Marvin Pye told us he had found his color. Wow! Did he just round open parry? That was actually a nice reaction by Marvin, too, to just cancel straight into DP to punish.
Yo, had the tech on the deck. They tech, though. Everybody's like in the corner, finds a hit though. This is big. Yeah, get out of that corner. You know what's coming. We saw it before in terms of damage to this character.
And Fairy used to get both out of the corner and great set play, and now she kind of has to pick one. And I appreciate that Marvin's choosing the getting out of the corner, right? The positioning is significantly more important than whatever you're going to get off the mix.
Yeah, you want to be back to mid-screen, I believe. Oh, jump, you coming through. EX. Sweep hard knockdown. Set play time.
All right, finds the sweep, gets the knockdown. Pretty even match right now. Yeah, both players afraid to commit because right now the next interaction, if Balil gets the hit, Fairy's probably dead. If Fairy gets the hit, the situation is going to be really hard for him to get back in. Great run out of the corner in response to the parry. Marvin looking pretty good right now. And this is going to be Chip.
Yes, pops the sky on, all right.
Oh, he made GG
EX
go away.
Fireball lands.
Great use of EX Fireball. Put away GG here. Command grab, cancel
EX
off
cancel.
of the H. Oh. And the DP only hits once, so it's not quite enough. Wow, and the 2M under the Fireball before it becomes active. Great reaction by Marvin there. Tight round one.
Had to do something too. Falls on GG. It takes some damage for that. How to work around a sweep, pick up. Yo, does it raw? Lowe's don't care. He's playing like you don't care right now. EX. Yeah, get that side switch. We've been talking about that so much. Get out of the corner against his character.
Nice. Again, great use of the DP. Another parry. Oh, he walked past GG, so he's going to eat this whole super.
You took option B. That was not the right one.
Oh,
Trade?
wow. The clash with close 5M. Baits out the DP. This, I believe she's dead, yeah. The round count is evened up.
Sit outside the sky, yeah. No big deal though. Lewis is trying to find that way with the H.
Run up, counter hit, close standing heavy. The second one came out from so far. Good lord. Didn't they reduce the range that comes out at too?
I feel like they did, but
they did something to it. I forgot what it was.
In practice,
another one.
Just walks up with it.
This time though, parry does reverse the situation.
Normal throw.
Check with the far 5L.
So H cancel. I love him, checking after that H cancel, but it doesn't matter. EX Fireball does land this time. Empty low gets blocked. Yeah, hold these plus frames.
I like that combo ender from Blooming Lotus there. After the EX Fireball, he got the sweep, and he just took the hard knockdown for the sweep instead of spending the EX because it wasn't going to kill anyways, and this should take game one. Yeah, nice resource management there by Blooming Lotus. He did not spend both EXs in the same combo because he wasn't going to be able to kill anyways, and then he had the threat of 214H hanging out. So Marvin taking it back to the lobby. Let's see. Maybe we'll see a color change back to the blue. Maybe we'll see a change to Matera, but he hasn't been showing wanting to get off of Fairy so far in this patch. We'll see how it goes.
I feel like there's just too much of a slugfest that's happening that Marvin probably feels uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And maybe it's, time to switch the color and say, listen, I'm going to move my other color, which has me in a different mental state where I can calm down.
Yeah, it's like a mood ring, right? If he changes to the blue, he's a little more cooler, a little more calm. He was in the red, right, so he was doing the run up close 5H, being a little more aggro, so.
Oh, just as you said, the blue. Let's see if that happens, though. My man can calm it down a little bit. Looks like GG. Fireball. No big deal. You can take a few of these fireballs. ESTP back to neutral. Marvin Pie still be a little bit more aggressive than usual, though.
I'd maybe like to see out of not just Blooming Lotus, but just Bully Hills in that situation. If Fairy's DP is gone, try to parry something because she can't punish it really. She can spot dodge cancel the normal, but she's not going to kill you for it without super.
Right. Speaking of super, here's this guy on art.
At the other side. Oh, the
Gets
ball's still
away.
there. Oh,
Who
no.
blocks?
He ran underneath, and the normal came out the wrong way and wasn't able to get the unblockable. That was expensive. I mean, that
so
super's
unfortunate.
gone, and there's the JH. That button is ridiculous.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to get another one before rounds in right here.
That was a very
Blooming
clutch
Lotus
tech.
still bleeding, but still looking good. Careful weapon buttons here.
Nice roll. That is one of the answers against JU pressure. You can roll it, and you'll usually be safe. If not, make his normal come out the wrong way and maybe get a punish. All right, using the sweep. Wow! Okay, that was cool. Great usage of the DP
Nice bait.
again.
Punish.
50%
You were saying
gone
before.
just to punishing the parry because the DP's there. And that's the type of stuff, right? It's week 2. The fact that he has it studied up is showing how seriously his commitment to Fairy is, right? He went into the character-specific details of what can I do to stop this DLC character who has a tool that can blow up a lot of what my character can do. And now it's Blooming Lotus's turn to hit the lobby.
You gotta hit that lab. You gotta hit the lab. You can't be crying on Twitter. I know it's easy to do. I know it's easy to get those Twitter fingers going. Arxis, please save me. And I'm sure this character does need to get normalized. But I'll tell you one thing, Marvin Pie says, until that happens, I got something for you.
Yeah, you got to do what you can
punish.
with what you have, right? Like that's very important. And that comes down to everything because at the end of the day, especially when you get further in the brackets for every tournament, you're going to be fighting stronger players, playing stronger characters more often than not. And sometimes you just got to be able to deal with them. All right, so let's see what the adjustments from Blooming Lotus are here. Are we going to see a Matera?
Switching up to a different character.
Oh, going for the mirror. Okay.
Woo. Okay, mirror, mirror on mirror, and we've had this discussion so many times because we've seen so many fairy mirrors, but in this season things are a little bit different. So again, I'm curious to also see how things play out and just even mirrors in general.
And I also want to point out, compared to like Zach in a Box, he liked the fairy mirror. Marvin has generally not liked the fairy mirror in general. He's usually not been a fan of this, of having to contest space in a situation where the opponent can contest the exact same space in the exact same frames. Going for the roll.
Someone who enjoys a mirror. I mean, that's just a person that you don't want to mess with. They don't care about their lives. They don't look both ways when they cross the street.
And that's what a lot of it's going to come down to, like who calls out which cancel, right? Because she can punish every block cancel option that she has, but only if it's correctly called out. Oh, the JU.
The double hit on that too. The buff.
Marvin looking for the rolls. I like the roll into nothing, trying to get out the DP.
Yeah, you can tell Marvin is super comfortable in this match right here.
And that's great usage of GG. That was an adjustment, something that he wasn't as good about being consistent with before. He would throw out GG and then move forward and open up the space behind the other player so that they could walk or backdash out of the GG. And now he waits for the GG to become active and then runs up and claims the space so the other person can't escape.
I'm hiking the EX. Nothing GG. But yeah, Blooming Lotus out of there. Great usage of the drill.
Great swing into the
Marvin Pie you can tell how comfortable he is. He's got his feet kicked up. He's kicking him with the heavy right in the sky on art for the finish.
And that's a big confidence booster, right? You never want to have someone counterpick you with your own character and then smoke you. Trust me, that's happened to me. That's a thing that I've dealt with before. And, it's very big to kind of hold that ground and be like, no, this is my character. All right. And that's going to bring up, I feel bad I didn't have enough time to put together the intro, but the SSO Classic still lives in some way or another. On the loser side, it's going to be myself against Rogue. No longer a Catalina mirror. Should be Catalina against Zeta coming up.
It's a new season, different arc, baby. He moved on. He's the villain of the piece. He's the one that he abandoned the way of the Catalina. But Callisto has stayed solid. He's sticking by with this character, ride or die. For better or for worse.
Yeah, and this is a matchup where some of it is being that even pre-patch, I hated this matchup as Jita. Zach in a Box would play this matchup a bunch, where I would play Jita and he'd play Zeta, and I do not like fighting Zeta as Jita. I do not think that Jita has the range to keep up. Where Catalina, she's still slightly outranged by Zeta, but she does have the tools to make it work.
They're gonna let the intros rock this time.
Rogue, the real villain, picking dubs over subs.
Yeah. I mean,
The character changes whatever.
It's hard to-
Sometimes you got to win. Picking English voices, I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
that's a little messed up. A little messed up. You know you do that on purpose too. Eating soup with your hands. All right, round start. There's the rush.
Oh yeah.
EX come through, though,
EX
the
thrust
thrust.
there does beat like most things you can throw at it. That's one of the pain points of the matchup.
I have time to pull it back too. Overhead connects. But, yo, just put it back in the corner with the 2H.
Good box.
Like that focus, right? That right range to absorb the fireball. Rogue dashing out, trying to bait something out. DP. Oh,
Yeah,
man
I talked about that
reactions.
earlier.
Overhead
One
connects,
of the
though.
biggest problems in this matchup is because of the EX parry, you can't apply the same Oki, and that opens up things like Wake Up Grab, which might seem like a wild option, but when the only thing that really beats her reversal cleanly is a throw, it increases the likelihood that that's what the opponent's going to go for.
Still, nice neutral jump. Round start. Already getting the throw. Blows up the parry. Doesn't commit, but still has the corner push. EX thrust. Big damage right here. Hit the red with the DP. Overhead. Gets blocked.
Yeah, I got to
Trying
let
to
that
get out
go.
of
That's
the
fine.
EX thrust.
Got to wait for timers here.
Don't need to overextend. Raw thrust lands. That's going to throw out sometimes, it looks like. Just catch some of those long, lanky buttons.
It's in a lot of cases easier than trying to actually whiff punish her. Oh, I tried to... That's the real danger. It feels like running into Fairy EX Whip pre-patch, right? Like, you just try to move forward and eat an EX thrust.
Nice spot dodge on the EX
All right,
fireball.
got that one
EX
blocked.
thrust. Yeah, bait out. This is a significant lead right here. EX thrust, the very tip, just a tip. Parry. EX fireball, cancel, blows it up.
All right.
This is about to make Rogue switch back to Catalina.
Oh, I thought I was going to get the 2H.
Reach for the pushback. Backs away. Use a little more of that
Yeah,
fireball
that
pressure.
was
Gotta
too
be careful.
close.
Nice spot dodge. Gonna be able to switch positions right here.
Oh, I thought I would be close enough to get close 5L. That sucks. And that's what I'm
fireball.
talking about. You try to move like at all.
So they see the movement, they dash it out. Okay, interrupt overhead. Auto combo.
I'm dead.
Full quarter push.
That's
Jesus.
the struggle in the matchup, is she gets to swing from so far at ranges that Catalina is accustomed to being the one who wins, who wins at those ranges, and she doesn't anymore. She whiffs, and Zeta does not. And you have to, like, kind of, you know, you got to just let some things go that you're not used to, and that's this entire patch for Catalina right now. It's like, you got to let some things go, and it sucks.
Yeah, like also you kind of see like just the general game plan. Rogue can be a little bit more chaotic, and you got to be super solid on landing your confirms and you know where your space needs to be at. Rogue's got those big boy buttons out there, and the thrust being able to, and also the fireball being able to introduce something different in the neutral.
That,
you have
look
to
at
play
that.
around
There was
with.
like, we both sort of did the same
Jesus.
thing. It's just Zeta's categorically wins.
EX parry. Throwing the 2M. Not just yet. Fireball coming through. Far age. Jump you. Let's go. A little more aggression in the mix. Yo, nice punish here.
Yeah, that's good spacing.
I mean, what? At that point, as soon as you see the juke back, like what? I mean, you can't really do much else if you're rogue, right? You have to go back.
Yeah, it's either that or the YOLO
the
forward to try to, you know, look for the counter hit, which is a wild option. Like,
yeah,
that's
even
not
for
what I wanted. Oh my god.
Spacing with the U, that unique coming through.
So yeah, this is the big change in Catalina right now. I couldn't burn EX thrust there because it was not going to get me enough. Like, it would get me a hard knockdown, but afterwards, if I got the next hit, I can't get anything for the next hit while EX thrust is down.
Okay, thrust puts him all the way in the corner. EX, no, too far out. Doesn't even chance it. Does land this EX thrust though, Callisto.
That should do it.
We've seen that so many times from Callisto.
Yeah, and again, that is, if you're fighting Catalina, that's now her primary Oki off of throw. It's that empty jump 2L. It's going to be safe to DPs. You just got to kind of hold that. That's the cost of being thrown in the corner.
Who won last time between you two?
Rogue won, 2-1.
2-1? Uh-oh.
Because I don't know if we. I would have to check the records. I legit don't know if we've ever played a 2-0 in either direction.
Always down to the wire, and no different right now. So definitely deal with the neutral a lot better. Containing the chaos.
Oh,
2H comes through, no pickup. Gets a pickup off the X thrust.
Let me move. Okay, that was big. That was less big.
Oh, the spot dodge. X thrust. That's off the table. The thing is, even when the X thrust is off the table, you still have to worry about the fireball containing you in the neutral too, and then 2H.
Yeah.
And then it's back.
With the slight nerf, not that Cat's 2H is bad now, it's still very good. But with the slight change, the difference, Zeta used to have like an anti-air that was up there with Cat and Gran as one of the best in the game. Now it's just straight up the best in the game. God!
It is ridiculous. My God, round star off the grip rogue. Puts him in the corner. The U just trying to just pay out something, get that spacing. Oh, Callisto gets it from the thrust. Overhead connects. Blessing that dome. Back, a normal throw, my bad. Callisto's going with that throw pressure.
I had to overextend.
Big punish right here. He's fireball. Safe knockdown. Another throw.
Woo!
Punish.
Jeez.
Callisto, rogue. Final game, final round. Who is we moving on?
That's what I've been looking for, and I was getting super jumps when I didn't want it.
Parry
Trying
off
to
the
make the
table
2H whiff.
With a smooth bit, using the focus, empty low again. Nobody's blocking them toes.
Oh, I got the meter at the last second. And that should do it. Oh,
EX
thank God. I didn't get super. I got fireball instead of easy input super, but it was enough. Yikes.
We take those.
You guys almost saw the end of the stream. You almost saw the end of my channel. I would have been out. I would have been out the building. GG's. The classic coming down 2-1 as usual. All right.
Man, that would have been a nuke of the channel.
Yeah, for sure.
The end of Waifu Dome.
They'd been like, wow, how did he even delete the channel that fast? I thought you had to go through a bunch of menus for that. I would have picked up the red phone, the Twitch partner phone, you know. I'm just kidding. I don't have. There are like partner reps at Twitch, but my channel's not big enough to have one. I don't have anyone to call. All right, up next, gonna be Mars against Tibola. Tibola breaking out the main. This is gonna be winners finals. Should be a 3 out of 5 set between the two of these guys here. I don't know if they've played in other tournaments, if they played in low kick or matchstick melee or anything. This could be the first time these two have faced each other in tournament. I lied. Apparently they've split one each. Good to know.
Oh, okay.
Damn, that must have been when this was still on PS4 or something. I don't remember the last time Tubola played in an SSSO.
Way back in the day. You see on the right-hand side there in the winners finals. And after that, I'm going to go to the loser semis. But right now, it's all about the low Wayne. The previously low-tier characters. Well, Wayne's been shooting up in the tier list a little bit. Like, people started to look at that character as a threat. Oh, you guys were in the grand finals before? You might have won? Okay.
So something that is like, I guess I'll call it a passive buff to Lowain, and like not even counting some adjustments that do help him out. The overall reduction in damage across the cast means it's nearly impossible to kill him before he has 100 meter. Now, that, at least for the Shodos, right, that's what you used to bank on, was you just hit him for 7k before he gets Yiggy. And that's kind of off the table. And I personally feel okay with Yiggy now. Like, I feel like that's survivable. Human Pyramid Attack still just beats me the hell up. I can't deal with that one. But, like, his supers are not as game-changing as they can seem. Now his other tools are a bit more solid around. What a whiff punish, though. That 2M had quite a box out in front.
Max distance, too. Unique pop-off.
Oh, a little early.
Oh, into the parry? Uh-oh. This is a bad position because if you pyramid, it doesn't matter. Never mind, 2H lands.
And something that
the finisher.
Something that's really big there is, like, Mars has shown his defense, right? Like, he's a very good defensive player. He knows how to block things. He knows when to dodge and whatnot. T-Bola didn't call out Yiggy when he got the side switch. He actually just waited and got a normal hit and was able to close out a combo instead of, you know, opening up the party game. And I like it because
here's a parry.
It was his advantage. That's why I like it. Is it's one thing to use the invuln wake up as a way out of pressure, but he didn't use it offensively when he was in an advantage. Oh, the caterpillar, locking it down. Great anti-air with the 2H, and he gets the wall bounce. What a conversion.
Overhead connects, set up with the super. Interrupted. Catalina bot coming through in the clutch.
The robot Catalina was buffed more than Catalina was, I think. Like, that's the real Catalina. That's the one with the corner damage, is the Caterpillar.
You also saw the pickup on the 2H as well. Yeah, that is a change. He gets... Yeah, but that's the thing, is like he gets more consistency off his 2H now when that actually lands. And he gets more consistency across the board in general. His neutral is better. He loses that quote-unquote unblockable that he got in the corner previously, but everything else in his neutral is buffed. So for someone like T-Bola, this is perfect. See that again, the pickup, something you might not have seen before or they might not have gone for it before, is working out now in this season for this character.
Really good use of the 2M from Mars. That is a very far-reaching button for Sori's pretty underrated poke. Yep, here come the tricks. HBA's coming out. This is going to be hard.
You can't jump here. You cannot. Oh my, on the other side. You tried to spot dodge, but it didn't work.
You know, that was one of those situations where, like, maybe he could play perfectly and find that 60%, but that was nearly unwinnable. Big counter hit here, though. Good pressure. Finds the sweep. I'm surprised that sweep doesn't combo. I guess you got to use EX there. Yeah, recognize.
Yeah, full combo.
He's a little bit late on that jump. Look at the corner push just on block.
Looks like a different buff. Look at him, able to work his meter build in there. Now he can go for Yiggy, or he needs to go for something really soon, actually. 2H though, but he waits. This is the strength of T-Bola. He knows when to pop it.
He got him.
He got popped in the face though. Never mind. Mars. You saw T-Bola kind of working his way to put Mars at like a big deficit before popping it, but that unfortunately worked out not in his favor because of the super on Wake Up from Mars. Worked on pressure here.
Counter hit. Oh, he just backed off, found the setup. Oh, too far for the overhead to get the knockdown. Challenge with the 2M, and that 2M slides under a lot of buttons. It's not like the best hitbox in the world, but hurtbox-wise is very good. T-Bola going up 2-0.
There's so many things on the screen that it's so hard for Zenmars to even get his game plan going.
And you can see he hasn't actually used a Yggdrasil once, and T-Ball is showing that, like, T-Ball is very good at spacing, right? That's one of his strengths, is his spacing is immaculate, and you can see what this character can do with just pokes. As long as you're consistent about using your dash and your back dash to back out, and using things like your 2-2 specials to push them back to a more favorable range.
Definitely has one of the better back dashes in the game. I think he has like the second
I think
best
Belial now
back dash
has the
compared
best
to
back
Bell,
dash
so
because Belial can't have the second best anything.
he's got to have everything. It's
nice spot dodge.
On point, but holds a pressure.
Oh, big counter hit.
Gets counter hit.
Just going to cash out the super here. I like it because he has all of his timers available now.
I'm sure Zenmars definitely has labbed this out. Season after season, a month after month.
So this is good usage. That's an unblockable, yeah. Good usage there of the rocks to push him back because Lil Wayne gets to exit Yggdrasil with basically all of his timers up. And if you can just get them full screen. Oh, he wasn't able to find the grab or anything to punish there? That's surprising.
No finish.
Really even round right now. Ooh, he spot dodged the explosion to get the punish. I have to check later after this match if the missiles making contact make it so that you can't just grab them.
I just know T-Bola's name. St. Cola Simp? I gotta root for the boy. Let's go T-Bola. Let's go T-Bola.
Wait, hold up. That was Callisto Simp like earlier in the tournament. What did you do to take that from me? I'm actually staying alive in losers. I deserve something here.
Hey man, I'm rooting for the Lil Wayne. That's what's going on. Okay, EX.
Who's simping who? That's the real question.
Hey man, I might have to change to Lil Wayne. Look at this pressure. Look how T-Bola's rolling neutral 2H.
Got the 2H, but too low to finish the combo. Still, this is such a hard situation. And if he blocks this, there's an unblockable. Yeah, instead just got the punish.
T-Bola, the St. Cola Simp, moving on in winner side of Grand Finals, as he should with that name. Damn.
All right, so that's going to set him in the winner's side of Grand Finals. Awaiting, I'm not sure, but if he wins today, I think he might have like a perfect rate of entering this tournament twice ever and winning both times. We'll see how it goes, though. There's still a whole lot of tournament left. Up next, speaking of, going to have loser semis. You can tell it's me against Marvin Pie because the player one side is already claimed, even though I haven't chosen a side yet. Shoutouts to Marvin Pie, keeping his shoes on in my house, taking my player one side. All right.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Rude.
That's typical of a fairy player.
A rude dude.
They lose your sim. So back to first to two.
Yeah, this matchup, in terms of how it's played, I don't think it changed a lot. The way the neutral works didn't change a lot. Catalina just has to get like 3 times the hits for the most part, but the way the match works is roughly the same. Alrighty. At least Fairy's theme is playing. Marvin changed his color again. What's going on today?
But that's how you tell what kind of game plan he's entering. This is the mode of maybe like maybe a mix between the blue and the red. Actually, no, never mind. This is the red.
I think
it's
he tricked me because he was red,
time.
so I thought he was like going to come out aggro, and now he's just walking.
Waiting and baiting, waiting for that right moment.
Too far. Yep. Good spacing there.
So just trying to work his way in. Without that EX Fireball knockdown, I think it's a little bit harder in terms of getting that pressure going. Jump you, though.
This is the big difference, right? I didn't want to spend EX Thrust there because it wasn't going to get all the way to the bounce. It would have been too expensive to not get like a good knockdown like this.
Good example right here. We'll go for the throw yet. Just waiting a little bit, staggering the pressure. See what Marvin Pie's going to do. Gets the counter hit. EX. Also got to finish this plate.
Okay. I just have to like do nothing for a bit. Well, okay, that's cool.
Fireball, low profile. Oh no! Don't let it be like this, Callisto.
No, this is what it is. What am I gonna do? That's what happens when you miss. I mean, I missed my link in the corner, right? That was dead. I missed my 2M twice, actually, 2 straight hits. And you got to finish your combos if you want to win. That's universal.
Still, Callisto going to already round start of the corner.
Nice delay on the TP.
though on the delay.
Uh-oh.
And he hasn't been going for that just yet, but now it works out. Oh, this is big damage right here. Pick up. This guy not just yet. I don't think that would have killed, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a big difference between getting... Normally, I would have gotten sweep into a safe jump off that hit, and now I don't really get that. So now I have to just let Fairy do Fairy stuff.
Jump in. Not far enough. This is just walking him down to the corner, but you know, one good Skybound art.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, big roll.
Spot dodge punish, yes.
That was barely in range, too. Nice. Good use of the spot dodge to set up the timing for that. Good spot dodge. Oh, I didn't dash further enough. Well, okay, that was half screen, but that's fair.
Marvin Pie with a good lead, but you know, this is all it takes. You know, that corner push and you get to run your game, but Marvin Pie not allowing that, using that the drill to get outside the corner. That movement, that's movement. Sweep.
Oh my god, I was crouching.
Another sweep, the pick up with the DP. What is going on? Marvin Pie with a constant amount of like mid-screen pressure.
Oh,
Stop
that's a
lock versus
punish.
Advances here.
Her sweep just gets to punish mine for free. Yeah.
The DP. And the fade away.
This is the same matchup, except I can't kill her for making mistakes like I used to.
And you see that there's less fear from Marvin Pie understanding that too.
Yeah,
like,
because he's not going to get punished
if you
for
can't melt
7K.
me, yeah, you can't melt me. I'm good. Like I'm more than okay with this.
Okay, sure, that should be punished with a sweep. I'd like to
punish right there on the fireball.
-9 on fireball. They were like, fireball, better on block and hit. It's -9 instead of -10, -5 on hit. Thank you. Thanks, Arceus.
They subtracted one beautiful little frame on that. Oh boy. Marvin Pie though. Looking super strong. EX fireball. It's a counter hit, doesn't convert. So let's go for the throw with the late tech, and now Marvin Pie just moving on through.
That
again,
was supposed to be light wall. Can I get a move? Oh god.
Gets thrust. Now it's off the table for a little bit. Marvin Pie knowing that, going a little bit more. You didn't just do this. You didn't just do this.
What else am I going to do? That's literally
God.
all I have.
Big Brain Academy. Gotta finish it off.
You're dead.
Spot dodge. There we go.
And that's it. A lot of it comes down to like just, you don't have to do anything punishable as Fairy. You never have to do something that Catalina can punish. And I have to do wild shit to force you to do it.
Now Marvin Pie again with the lockdown. DP doesn't even fall on the GG. Gets a full corner push. Callisto trying to come through. Gets interrupted on the thrust. This constant lockdown. Again, we said this before.
Let me do a move. Can I look? I would like to take action in the round.
Bruh, this is the danger when they don't fear you. When they're not scared, they just run their game plan. And Marvin Pie on match point because of it. I mean, this guy put the dive, and it gets a side switch from that dive too.
That thing is like impossible to go get. Even if you block it point blank in the air, she just passes through you afterwards. Oh, it was still there. Why wouldn't it be? What? Still got 4-5H from there? Oh my, or close 5H?
Oh no. There'll be Scott on our time in a second.
Yeah,
yep, opposite.
I can't do anything. I'm out.
Not just over yet. Late tag.
Yeah.
Make that happen. Oh, it ain't gonna happen today.
GG's. I legit, like, I'm lost. I do not know. I do not know what I can do now because the risk reward on me throwing out 2M looking for a counter hit is so different now, because if I get 2M into EX thrust and I knock her down, she can do whatever she wants because I cannot kill her on the next wake up. She could DP, she could spot dodge, do whatever. She's going to eat 2K. She'll get up. My timer's still fucked.
Yeah, it's like she just brushes that off.
And I think Cat still
keeps going.
I think Cat still beats or goes even with a lot of characters, but I think this matchup got significantly harder because, like, it used to be that if Fairy could just not make a mistake, but if she did, you deleted her off of the screen, and that option does not exist anymore. Alrighty, so that's going to bring up Marvin Pie against Mars to see who gets to take on T-Bola.
That means it's losers finals, first of 3. Oh, a longer set to play. Marvin Pie definitely been switching the costumes back and forth, indicating how he's going to be playing. Let's see what costume he's got on the deck this time.
And keep in mind, this is a run back. Mars is the one who sent Marvin to losers today.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Let's see if he has anything different this time. Looking for a whiff punch. Man, it's so distracting to hear the English voice. You got Marvin Pie, you might be banned until you can change that, dog. That's a little bit upsetting.
Yeah, that's not the change we were looking for.
2H. To back into the corner. Marvin Pie with all this room to play with and much more to spare. Heavy cancel. And look, that pushback, willing to play at this distance and preemptively throwing out the buttons or throwing out GG just to stop anything from Zen Mars. No dash punch, no nothing.
Yeah, and realistically, I mean, oh Jesus, JH. Like, you just kind of have to get in. There's, yeah, big counter hit. And now his timers are still in a pretty good position. He only used 1 EX, lopped off about 45%. Too far for that to work, but look at the positioning and the damage for Mars here. Side switch. I like the mix-up. Faked up the run-up JL. This was an air hit, so the combo counter, yeah, good recognition. He just went for the sweep ender, didn't go for the DP because the combo limit was going to be up since the first hit was airborne. Oh, got caught trying to move.
GG lands on it. Damn, what a comeback from Marvin Pie.
Yeah, I like these just efficient combos from Marvin Pie. Like, he's not overextending. He's not trying to do Season 1 stuff. He's just, oh, God, that sucks.
Until...
I mean, fuck Fairy, but
that fist comes across
so good, but damn.
All right, finds the sweep, finds the GG.
Oh, yeah.
Mars got a little bit
just
of meter.
The edge of GG. Marvin, like, trying desperately to push Mars back into it. Nice anti-air. Baits it out. That should be a dead Fairy. Oh, yeah. Super. Easy closeout. 1 round apiece.
Battle 3. Engage.
See, at that range, I mean, you're willing to play it out right there if you're Mars. Get those 2 M's, those conversions, and get him with a dash punch. Outside of that, you run the unique, the absorption, get the absorption going. But then again, Marvin Pie just introduced so many things. It doesn't matter because my rush punch comes through. Glass jaw. Back throw.
There's definitely some interesting choices that are put out there for Soris because the damage of the regular SBA can be pretty important. We've seen how it's like melted Fairy's life a couple of times, but also she provides a lot of opportunities to get these 5Us and get defensive stocks, and that install can make it so hard for her to finish them off with the damage reduction.
Fine, so throws out Chi-Chi. Immediate undressing Fudoshi mode. Mars needs to find that 1 hit, and that's really just about it.
My grandpa's become too powerful.
Stop praying for it. In those prayers. But see, Mars has to get in that range where that 2M or 5M is going to work out into something.
Look at that walk.
To lead up into something.
That Sori's walk animation is too strong. If someone walks at you like real life, you have to pray they're not looking at the person behind you because you are obligated to swing first. Nobody walks like that for a good reason. You have to assume it's for you and protect yourself.
You throw those hands up right now.
And you just hope it's not the dude behind you they were actually mad at.
Check behind you, nobody's there. You're definitely getting duffed. Mars takes that one with the patience, able to just walk in there and land that one conversion. That's all he needed. Hiroshima powering him up. See, that slow play started to work out a little bit better. He has to stay in that range where he can start the whip punish, but then Marvin Pie. Never mind, Mars, just great blocks. He got hit once, he's like, that's fine. I'm inside that field, I'm inside that distance, and I will walk you down.
All right, trying to get some defensive stocks there. Wow, from way downtown, the medium. Marvin reacted a little bit late. Okay, late for the punish. Still, no DP is there, so the pressure is going to be free.
Caught him rolling.
And you see just the frame traps. I mean, he shaved off 35% just with no cancel frame traps, and that's the difference of not having that DP available. GG, going to get the punish. Yep. Going to burn the super here. That's unfortunate.
Get the pickup. Yeah, you want that damage. Because even though you can keep this character out and they got to work to come to you, the damage differential, especially when you don't have Skybound art, is a little bit difficult. Like Mars just lands a few hits and you're dust.
Yeah, if you're Marvin here and you can get some GG, block lockdown, I think you got to start looking for like a 5U or something. You got to build some of this meter back because not having the super is a bit of a disadvantage right now. That 214L will do a good amount. Woo, wow. What?
Oh, the last hit!
That wall bounce is mid-screen? Oh my goodness. And Marvin has to make something happen, yeah. And that's a
rush punch.
I think that's a straight up punch from there. I'm not sure. Either caught him moving afterwards, and maybe he was just doing it to put him in box stun, but.
I mean, either way it would have worked out because he was right in front of that face. Can't be doing that full screen. Marvin definitely got to put that in his notepad. Like, okay, don't do this.
Nice.
Does it'll lead to death.
Oh no, missed input there. He got 214L, not what he was looking for.
Marvin getting a little bit more on the back foot here. I can see why. Pushing the corner back throw though, defensive style. Gonna afford him some space. That was a good choice too.
Yeah, if you're Marvin, you have to stop that walkout. You cannot get walked into the corner. You at least need like rush punches to make that happen. All right, good use of GG here.
You gotta be careful. I like Marvin's walking in and outside that range where he knows that if he lands a hit, he can get the dash punch right after. See that time and time again. He's willing to, again, full screen, use the unique. Back against the wall isn't the biggest of deals, but he can't get opened up by a Skybound art.
And that still has the same active frames.
Just open him up.
That's a very dangerous. I mean, he very well could have lost the round for just that roll if it would have been a frame or two later. Good block. All right, what's the install mix-ups? There's the instant overhead. The install's running out, but he's going to get a good chunk of damage here.
GG. Go for that chip. One more hit to do it.
Trying to
there
maybe,
it is.
He might have been already buffering the install, trying to do it as a reversal to get some sort of start.
Even up on games and... Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
never mind.
that's
Marvin
a
doesn't have one just yet.
disastrous start. Able to get out of the corner, but look at the damage that was already done.
Gotta pay the toll, dog. It's an expensive one. So we're blocked, though. Mars will just hit the defend button. Hit the guard button. Just hold it down.
All right, Marvin just collecting some chip.
All he needs is these few hits.
What a confirm against crouching. 2L counter hit. Saw it. Got the 2M. Super Skybound. Did he dodge? No. Got clipped. This is going to be a big chunk of damage, but this is going to leave Fairy without options for the most part. She'll have a DP, but she's going to need to make a lot happen with just normal neutral here.
And Mars, again, outside that range. He knows if I land this dash punch, it's over before he pops Midoshi mode.
Right,
Screen freeze, try to get the EX up kick, didn't work. But the idea was there, and I like that. Gonna land that rush punch though. That final hit.
There it is. Yeah.
Ooh, the 2-hit.
It did so much chip that just the fact that EX Rush Punch made contact made it dangerous for Marvin. He sort of had to make something happen, and he wouldn't be able to DP there because the 2M would just go under it.
Mars one away. It's that defense. It's Mars' defense and just being outside that optimal range where he wants to play at and having that nice lead, where Marvin probably has to make up the difference, and you see him having to spin the Skybound on earlier, you know, not getting the damage that he wants, the jump over. And is Marvin shaking? Because, I mean, last round was Wake Up EX or Wake Up Super. Is this a sign of Marvin just kind of breaking down a little bit? That's for the back throw, but no big deal. You gave me 3 stocks. Pick him up the heavy. Super.
All right, match point for Mars here. Looking to move on for the run back against T-Bola.
It might just be a clean sweep. The frustration from Marvin starting to set in a little bit. And it's because that defense is not allowing him to open him up.
Great anti-air.
Beats out the jump H with the EXDP. Going in with a little bit more aggression this time. Marvin probably still playing that full range game. Starting to get in there.
Nice spot dodge. That's going to be a punish. Back into the corner. And look at that. No resources really spent. Just 1 EX. Oh, just barely missed that.
This character. But Mars again with a great defense.
Yeah,
blocking out the dive kick back throw.
Recognition. Oh, he could have. Oh, this is scary.
Yeah, don't leave this character alive. Oh shit, this little amount of help. PG gets blocked.
Marvin ran too far, and what a challenge by Mars with the 2L. And that's gonna take it 3-0. That is a pretty decidedly one-sided run between those two today. Mars definitely putting in the work against Ferry here. So that's going to send him to losers finals, or to the loser side of grand finals, actually. And funnily enough, the sets that we saw that these two had played that had results between T-Bola and Mars was in grand finals the last time T-Bola entered, which he won. So we'll see how things are going. Very different characters, very different game than the last time these two played on stream here, though. All right.
Yeah. And being in winter side means you get to, if there is a reset, you get to switch around a little bit for T-Bola. So does have many characters, but Mars sticking out with the Swords boys.
All right, while we're waiting for this grand finals to get started, would like to remind everyone, if you like what you see, you want to support the winners of these, you can hit us up at matcherino.com/T/SSSO 100320 GBVS. That can be used as a string to put in a coupon code, add 50 cents to the pot for free. If you want to support the tournament itself, you can hit us up at teespring.com/the-waifu-dome for some merch with the official art from Quasimodo X. And with that, we're going to get into our grand finals here. T-Bola on the winner's side needs to win 1 3 out of 5 set. Mars coming from losers, going to have to win 1 to bring T-Bola to losers with him, and another to take the tournament. Opting to go with the Lodiva.
Yeah, I kind of lie a little bit. I said he's all about the Swords boys, but he does have a secondary in this character. I saw him in some of the Discords, them discussing about how bad this character is, and I think jury's still out on this one.
I think
because she kind of lost.
She lost mid-screen explode you for mistakes, but in terms of being a grappler, she still does the grappler things. Like there's the mix is still there. The universal change to pretty much all invuln DP, like all invuln reversals are now significantly slower than they were, which means that she gets a safe jump off of any knockdown, off of a sweep, off of SPD. She can keep the momentum going. She just doesn't nuke you for standing up against Lariat as much anymore. There's a big counter hit, SPD, and time to start the party. Now, I mentioned the thing with the safe jumps, but Loane has a parry, not a DP, and it is not safe jumpable. If you make contact with it, you automatically get hit.
Yeah, so you got to change up your game plan if you're Mars. As he's pushing Loane to the corner.
Big Lariat. Okay, it wasn't a counter hit. It was just a punished. That could have been a lot more if it would have countered as a counter hit.
I like the canceling from T-Bola, saying, listen, I may not be too far out, so I'm just going to go for the unique, build up a little bit of bar, taking full screen with this record pressure.
I like the movement in and out by him as well.
Go!
Trying to make it difficult for Mars to sense when he should be able to jump, and that's an unblockable.
You know, with that health that you didn't have, you ain't doing nothing about that.
But part of the reason he found that 2H was he was being so slippery with his movement. He moved backwards, making Mars think that it was okay to jump, and then move back forward into his 2H anti-air range. That's going to be a punish on the spot dodge.
I feel like you're gonna be doing that in this matchup anyway.
That's
like moving
big.
away from the M confirms and the parry.
Yeah, that's
as you said
exactly
before.
what I was talking about. You can't get that safe jump anymore. You have to just go for the meaty, have something that you can spot dodge.
The pressure into the corner, backs
Just
off.
chasing with the lariat.
The sweep.
Good tap
Trying
on
to make
the
something
throw.
happen. But you're already going to be backdashing and, you know, running away anyway from this character in general. You get a little bit more reward off of it this season. So it just helps out in
Oh,
general.
no, and that's
but
gonna be the
Skybound
round.
art.
And T-Bola, maybe a little greedy with the Yggdrasil there. Gonna pay for it.
Yeah, Man's a little bit too. I mean, that's the great thing about him is he's so neutral based and he's so willing to kind of control the pacing of the match and say, if I can make the return and then pop, you know, Yggdrasil or pop, you know, the boys. But sometimes that plays the bad effect where you just wait a little bit too long.
Yeah,
for it.
when you're in range of the opponent and anything can kill you if they touch you, sometimes you got to use the invuln option. What a check with the far 5L. Anti-air EX parry.
Harry coming through. Yeah, goes for the meter. Just not being a little more mindful of that meter bend or that meter spin and build. I'm sorry, because he knows at some point he can pop it out a little bit more.
And the
Go for the boys.
chases by Mars are really good right now. I like this option, right? Relatively minimal risk. Maybe you'll get a little bit of damage. He has so much health that it's likely that he'll be able to build meter again by the time it comes up. And you can see he's got about 30% already. And he got some health back.
Okay,
He's almost at full health.
That's crazy. His hit runs all definitely working out.
And he side switches
Building
with the
up 50%.
2-2H. Great use of the missiles just to lock Mars down and get out of the corner. And look at this. He almost has the full
How do you
super.
catch this man?
That could have been it, actually. That might have been, you know, empty jump, super skybound for a big chunk of damage, but you're going to need more than that now. And human pyramid again in the round.
Oh, you cannot jump. Then Mars got to be super careful. But doing anything really.
Yeah, he was trying.
Roll gets caught anyway.
But look at that. About 10% of that timer was still there. He was going to have to duck a couple more 5Ms. T-Bola putting the first game on the board. Let's see if Mars is going to try and stick this out with the Lodiva. He is hovering on the room right now, so maybe we will see the switch to Sori's. See what he's thinking about at the moment.
Might be time. Yeah, I mean, you know, Lodiva just you want to be able to chase this character down. I feel like Soros is still pretty difficult in dealing with Lowain. The parry and things like that on the call outs and also having that full range, full screen kind of like lockdown can be difficult, but I feel like you're going to be able to chase him down if he's being squirrely a little bit more when you have a character that doesn't have to worry about if they're ducking or not.
Yeah, exactly. Essentially the same options. You know, like, might be able to dash punch in spaces that Lariat would not work. The risk between the two in terms of them getting stuffed by random caterpillars and whatnot, about the same, but the potential of getting a reward is more likely. Good start for T-Bola. Finds the anti-air off the bat. And you see, he's throwing out the non-EX parry. That is one of the differences, is you don't have to guess high-low with Rush Punch. You just can use the non-EX parry. And a good counter poke with the sweep.
Yeah, especially from full screen, don't got to worry about much. 2H, no big pickup. I like how when he sees it doesn't work, he just backs off a little bit.
Yeah, his recognition
press
on
the
when
issue.
something just doesn't look optimal and just backing off is very good.
Calls out the boys.
This is so dangerous. Yeah, any touch KOs against Soris here, that's going to be it. Even if that didn't kill,
Bro,
there was
the
still the
call.
wall bounce.
Ugh, the dodge, the finish. The bowl of neutrals is really good just in general. Even though matchups where he's winning, you can tell that he just has a great understanding of his spacing and stuff like that, and what he needs to be doing after every option. And the mental sec that he overloads, like, you have to play at his pace.
That's a really good empty jump by Mars to get away from the EX parry and get the side switch here, but let's see if he can make something happen. Now the Caterpillar is going to be on extended cooldown after getting bopped, but the sweep is found, and she's back.
It's just really liberal with the sweeps, really
I
liberal with the
never
pressure.
noticed the little
Mid-screen
vert
to stop the
sticker.
dash punches.
I can't believe I never saw that before. The little Vern sticker on the side of the caterpillar.
Oh, on the side?
Yeah, I
What?
legit never noticed that.
Did not either until now, until you said that. T-Bola speed running right now. Mars got a. It feels like both of his characters are just having difficulty dealing with not only T-Bola's characters, but just the style of how he plays is so hard to lock down. Like Diva, just there's just faults in both characters. Either you go with the rush punch, you try to land the hits, or you try to get in there with La Diva, right? And either way, it's difficult. It's hard mode.
Yeah, something that T-Bola is like specifically good at that makes things difficult is that he has an idea of where his spacing is going to be post movement. Lil Wayne's movement, his backdash is really fast. It covers good space, but you have to know where you're going to be specifically to know how to space out your normals, to know when it's your turn to swing or not. There's a lot of presence of mind that has to go into that, and he's very good at maintaining his spacing while moving around all across the screen. So we'll see what Mars is thinking about here. Looks like he's readied up.
This is it for Mars. He's got to do something now. T-Bola one away from taking from winner's side of things.
All right, back to
going back to La Diva.
And I mean,
Ride or die.
He got around, right? Like that, it was looking better, at least. I don't disagree with this option about going back.
It's the consistency. Can you find a consistency in every single match that you can play? But you're risking it because, as we said before, the mid-screen, landing things mid-screen is a lot harder. And T-Bola, again, with that squirreliness.
For the anti-air.
Oh. That's why I think this character is a lot stronger than what people think they are. Like, you still see him in the D's and the C's, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
And now he had the space.
Being able to get conversions like that?
He had the space to run away and build up 60 meter. Nice reaction. Great spot dodge by Mars there. Keeping things going. Looking for the 2H launch, trying to call out the movement. Just running into the corner. T-Bola taking advantage of the block stun. There's the duck. You talked about the risk of the lariat. All right. There might be a change in the timing. You might need to hit that button a little bit later after the wall bounce like a lot of characters do. Whoop. Bros are gone.
Knock the boy away.
Oh, no. There was the 2M
Still ducking low.
But he was crouching, so it doesn't combo. And again, this is squaring up and unblockable. Yeah, not a ton of damage, but still a terrible situation. And T-Bola on tournament point.
This is all he needs is keep running his game plan. Mars cannot find anything to stop it. Sweet round start. Just the options that this character has, I think, are really powerful. Even the sweep is super powerful too. You're going to be low profiling anyway. You're going to be ducking anyway when you run the sweep. But at max distance, you're able to confirm, and you get to switch up your options. And that max distance is so hard to deal with. Auto combo. Hatsu comes out.
Nice spot dodge on the laser by Mars. All right, finds a big.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my God, I cannot believe. Yeah, I don't know if he was going to challenge anyways. I don't know if there was recognition that that was going to be too early to make contact, but that was a ridiculous challenge.
Now you see the meter is built, and my man's probably going to get two of them. My mom said I could have two. Yeah, the boy's coming out to play. You can't jump. You definitely can't get hit. Not too bad here, but Mars can still make the comeback. Let's be looking long, and there's the empty jump finish. T-Bola taking it winner's side. Have confidence, he says. Looking super strong. Going in Arc Revo next week.
Yeah, looking good. I'll have to check. I think he actually entered Arc Revo Midwest. He may not have. He's the enigma of, entering tournaments or not. Hopefully we'll see him a bit more because he's got a wide stable of characters, and you can see the strength of players that we're working with here, right? On a weekly basis in Chicago. We'll be able to showcase more of that next week. But definitely strong players are abound in the Midwest, and I look forward to them getting shown off. So I believe that's all we're going to have today. Again, congrats to T-Bola. If you want to, if you like what you saw out of his stable of characters, you want to top off a little, you can hit up the Matcherino, throw a little bit his way. Again, it's over $50 it looks like this week, so we are actually going to pay out top 3. So thanks everyone who put in this week, who helped support the tournament. If you want to also support the tournament itself, you can hit us up at teespring.com/the-waifu-dome. There's merch available with the official Waifu Dome art from Quasimodo X, and you can also follow us on social if you want to keep up to date on when the tournament's back and what we're running. See us there. You can also follow myself. I got plenty of quality shit posting. I'm pretty good at Twitter, I think. But that's going to be all we have today. Thanks again to the buddy St. Cola coming through, helping me hold things down.
Always.
Now look forward to hearing his commentary. Without mine, I actually get to play. I'll actually get to just play.
You actually get the focus?
You better be gassing me up.
Wait, did they announce that?
I'm rewatching. I am rewatching all my matches. If I don't hear you gassing me up constantly, we're having a talk the week after, okay? We're gonna have a discussion.
Bro, you know I'm all about that. You know I gotta put you in Shin mode through the commentary, through the blessings of my commentary. I didn't know. Oh, hey, can we announce that? Is that okay to announce that Arc Revo commentary like that?
It's next week. I hope so.
Wow, Callisto.
My bad if it wasn't.
Well, you already just said it out.
Hey, I'm in the back. I'm in production. I can do this stuff. I can do this stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. It's fine.
Anyways, appreciate everyone tuning in. Play Granblue. Game's still pretty good. The neutral feels good. There's a wide variety of characters you can pick up. Some of them are busted. Some of them are fair. Some of them are Luane, and we're not sure which one he is. We'll find out. Anyways, that's it. We'll catch you guys next week. Have a good one.